Hello there, fellow rejects, members of Argo Planet. I like how fun that looks. The Argo destruction.
Dude,
Can't wait to see that suffering in humorous form.
I wonder how many people think it's Kandor. They're going to be even sadder. Like, it looks like, because so many people that are casual Superman fans, like, oh, the planet in the bottle. No, it's way worse. It's way sadder.
Was the dude with the close-up on the guy who I think some people think is Brainiac, is that Krem?
Krem of the Yellow Hills, bro.
I didn't notice it was...
Because he doesn't look like me.
I didn't put... Yes, Krem is supposed to look kind of like... who's that guy in Game of Thrones? Not the Snow People. Oh, freak, I'm terrible on the name. John, you gotta know.
Snow People.
The Snow guy, the big beard dude with
Oh,
the hair.
yeah. Burly Pirate Man.
What?
Yeah,
Wild guy. Tormund Giantsbane.
His name is Tormund Giantsbane.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, that's kind of what he sort of looks like.
I think I look more like, even than Green Arrow, I look like that fellow. So when they cast Matea Shonarts, I was like, huh. And then I saw it and I was like...
Well, guys, we're here to two things today. We're going to talk about the Supergirl trailer. If you didn't catch the reaction that John, Roxy, and I did, that is up there on the channel to watch the first time watching. We're going to break this down together. Coy and I. Coy convinced me months ago that I had to read Woman of Tomorrow. Did it right after Superman, and it was cool to have some knowledge.
Hell yeah.
Feels good when you're like... I know stuff,
I did a full breakdown on my page of all 8 issues, but I didn't spoil it. I didn't do the thing that some people do on their YouTubes where they're just like, here's the comic for free and here's the end. No. I did a breakdown, but I did it in a tactful way. Also did a video of me talking to everyone in New York of the cast.
So what would help, Alex and John are here, what would help, guys, if there's people in the chat like mentioning things that like we should definitely discuss in this trailer, please let us know. Like, I want to dive into why I think Lobo would actually be a good addition to this movie, even though he's not in the comic. And then, of course, we're going to do the Boys Season 5 trailer. We did not see it and thought this would be a good opportunity to do that. And this will probably be the only time we do a Boys Season 5 trailer. If there's any more that comes out, we're not going to watch it.
Because we're going to watch The Boys.
It's the final season. You can only watch the final season one time. Same feeling about Stranger Things. Only saw one trailer. After that, we're done. And yeah, Coy did... go watch. Coy went to that Supergirl event.
I was in New York to watch this trailer like 3 days ago, and I had to keep it a secret.
Yeah. How? Before we go into hearing your thoughts on that, please leave a like on this video. Thanks to everyone who does contribute super chats and Streamlabs to this podcast today. We usually go live every Friday, but if there's a special trailer day like this, we're gonna make some exceptions, like today. And so we never end a stream unless we go through every single one of them. So you guys dictate a lot of how this conversation will go. But before we dive into the trailer, we'll be going frame by frame. We're going to pull it up on screen for you guys. And we're going to do the whole shebang. Coy, this trailer launch event. I was invited to the Superman one, but wasn't invited to this one.
It's on the other coast, Craig. I'm so sorry.
They even had a virtual one, and they didn't invite me. Those bastards. What happened? I thought I shilled for Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Is it because I criticized the hell out of Peacemaker?
Did we not do 8 videos on Superman for you?
Son of a
I
bitch.
love that press tour, but here we are.
Now I'm going to talk about how Superman's woke and just rail because you betrayed me.
A girl superhero?
Never done before.
Set in the present because the rest have been set in the past since 2005. Actual stat.
Nice. Coy, what was the event like?
It was cool. I want to give my flowers to the team for actually making sure it was Supergirl fans. The audience was like, creator events. Sometimes you're like, so you just danced on TikTok and ended up with 4 million. What are you doing here? This audience was creators that are actually in the movie and comic space. I actually had more interactions with people that I've followed and have followed me that are in New York than I'd ever at an event. Like, it was cool to meet people that actually care about the comic because I could tell when they talked to me, they knew what they were talking about. So I was at an event where people were so comic-y that I actually was relevant.
Cool.
It was cool because, like, most creator events, I'm just a guy with a little HBO show, but I'm not dancing. Like, this was like, oh my God, you're doing the thing with DC Studios. So I felt immediately in the room, those were the diehards. And then the event itself was curated to feel like that punk rock underground sensibility. It was at a club, disco balls over the ceiling, all the lighting. My buddy
like
Frankie,
the opening of the trailer.
Yeah, they built that.
Okay.
So my buddy Frankie at iHeart Comics builds these incredible events that are like curated to be the style of the film. And they let him go ham with Supergirl and made the trailer in person. So it was a really cool club event. So we actually watched it on like a nightclub stage and then James came out, Craig came out, they introduced Millie. So James Gunn came out and gave like a speech about how excited he was to be overseeing the DCU and to let one of his favorite directors, Craig Gillespie, broke down why he was excited about Craig's work, direct this. And then Craig Gillespie came out, talked about his relationship with the comic, and then he introduced Millie Alcock. She came out and said like, it was cute because she was clearly like a little nervous, but she was kind of like, still her excitement was bigger than her nerves, but I felt her like stop and like adjust to everything, and it was adorable because it was so endearing to see like James Gunn showman and Craig Gillespie like ride or die, and then Millie was just like ready to talk about Supergirl, and it was really cool to see three people excited for different reasons. Like they didn't feel rehearsed, it didn't feel like sound bites. That's what I'm trying to say. It felt like here's the passion behind these three creators. And then Peter Safran was there as well, came out, talked to everybody. I with my job with James Gunn and Peter Safran, got to talk with both of them. And it was really interesting to talk to James about something that he didn't direct, because so far, Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, and I asked him straight up, like, what is it like for you to watch dailies not having directed this, loving the comic? Because when he was pitching the DCU in the beginning, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow was a comic that was just come out, and like this was part of his initial idea. So this was in real time, him getting to watch the visuals that he loved so much that he wanted to get it made. And I was like, that's gotta be awesome. So we actually had a really long, we had a really long talk about the green sun elements of one of the stories. And it was really cool to hear him as a director being a viewer of a director. So it was a different dynamic. So I had a really cool talk with him, talked to Peter about it, and he's been a fan of this comic since it first launched. He had a lot of Tom King references that made me happy because Peter Safran doesn't like go out and talk as much as James, so it's cool to hear how nerdy he is.
Tom King is the artist.
Writer.
Who's the artist again?
Bilquis Evely.
Oh, wow. I did not commit that to me.
So Tom King, one of my favorite writers over at DC, he's actually a writer on Lanterns. He's an incredible writer.
Oh, wait. No, he's like one of the...
One of the greats, dude.
So sorry. Yeah.
Batman.
So tired. Yeah.
I love his Mr. Miracles, one of my favorites of all time. Anyway, Tom King's great. He wrote this 8-issue series, Bilquis Evely, on art. And Bilquis Evely, both of them got like Ringos and Eisners and big, awards for this. So it was really cool to talk to creators from a different lens. I don't usually get to talk to producers about comics and to hear how they analyze it and to hear how they receive the art.
That's cool.
It was a very different dynamic. And then I talked to Craig Gillespie for a little bit. I posted that video on my page. I actually got to film me and Craig talking, and his enthusiasm for certain pages. Like he'd talk about a page and he's like made the frame. So I got to feel the little elements, spoiler free, what he was excited about. Talked about Lobo a little bit. And then I talked to Millie Alcock, and she had a really cool perspective on Supergirl where she was talking about her striving being the thing that she connected to most. And I love that this is a story of Supergirl in a new era and a Supergirl finding herself. And she was finding Supergirl as Supergirl found herself in a new way. And the way she talked about the character was so passionate. And it was really cool to hear an actor, like, not as a comic, but be excited about a character.
Oh, I get what you
Like,
mean.
I really cared about Millie caring about Kara.
Yeah.
Like, Kara matters more to me than any piece of it if it's going to be from the actor's perspective.
You call her Kara or Kara?
I call her Kara. I realized that when I said Kara, it sounded weird in my head.
Is that the correct? Is there a correct pronunciation?
It's very Sidorak.
Made up name. Is that
Kara,
right?
Well, Kara's a real name. I mean,
It
Kara's
is
a real name. Like, I don't know how. I think it's tomato.
I've never met a Kara.
Really?
Have you?
Yeah, I had like three friends in high school named Kara or Kara.
Really? Have you met a Kara, John?
Affirmative, yes.
It's a real name.
Yes, I have met a Kara a couple times actually,
Oh, cool.
and I have met Kara as well.
Have you met a Kal-El?
I've met a Jor-El.
Really?
Yeah, we grew up with a kid named Jor-El. Yeah,
What's it? Wait, was Jor-El like Jor-El?
I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Like his dad, is a huge Superman fan.
Nick Cage named his kid Kal-El.
Yeah. I know someone who named their kid Aragorn.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm tempted, but Anya would kill me.
I'm
There's no
gonna
way.
name my kid Detective Pikachu.
That's respect.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. But yeah, overall, the event was awesome. Warner Brothers DC curated a good group of people to actually be invested in it. Like, it felt, the passion in the room was strong. It didn't feel like people just like filming themselves at an event.
Yeah.
And then like I really liked that it felt like it was for Supergirl. And it was really cool to see James Gunn get to be the guy overseeing DCU, not director, writer James Gunn. It was really cool to see Peter Safran get his flowers because that dude's one of the great creative producers, and it felt like the people in that room cared. And then Craig Gillespie was like a giddy Australian boy. Like, he's a grown man, but I could feel he was just like, oh my God, we're doing a thing big enough for this event. Like, Tanya's not getting a trailer release party. So, like, it was cool to see Greg Gillespie get, like, the love he deserves. Like, I think Lars and the Real Girl is so slept on. I think Dumb Money is such a genius comedy. Like, it's cool to see him get his flowers. So, it was a rad event.
Pam and Tommy.
Pam and Tommy, Greg's favorite.
Pam and Tommy.
Every time I mention him, Greg's like, Pam and Tommy.
Underrated show, people. That was a good show. Good show. That Pamela Anderson was really happy got made.
You know, so thrilled. I'm
so
like,
was
you're
Tommy
a Ryan
Lee.
Gosling diehard. How are you not
I've seen
championing Lars and the Real Girl as much as I am?
I did not.
Top 5 Ryan for me.
When I saw Lars and the Real Girl, that was part of my Ryan Gosling binge from like a decade ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't really watch it for, at that time, I didn't watch movies as much for the directing. I just wanted to absorb Ryan Gosling's performance. So
Sure.
I don't really remember what the style of
It's
is like.
a really fun, like,
I remember being really funny and sad.
it's a tricky tone.
Kind of like what Supergirl is.
That's
funny
what I think
and
everything
sad.
led to. Like, his filmography really suits Supergirl.
Yeah. And just like Pam and Tommy.
And obviously Pam and Tommy.
Kara's going to talk to her vagina.
That's how we're going to get
Yeah.
Krem. He's going to come out of the Yellow Hills.
It's going to be great.
Look how disappointed in his jacket is.
Sad face of Huey on screen. Well, you want to go through this trailer?
Let's do it, man. I got a lot to say.
I just remembered about Tom King. He's the reason why James Gunn learned about the glasses.
Yeah.
That they can create an illusion so
Yeah.
you can't see. James Gunn didn't know that until Tom King told him.
Tom King being one of the, like, architects, I think is really smart because he's such a deep cut nerd. Like, he's not
Yeah.
a surface writer. He's a guy that researches, like, he worked for the State Department. This
Yeah.
man broke people for a living, and now he writes Batman breaking people for a living.
Yeah.
Like, he's such a really thorough writer, and I honestly think him being one of the people behind the comic side is a huge asset to why DC feels so authentic.
Yeah, man. I'm super duper excited. All right, we got the images on screen. We could just like skim it, right?
Yeah, we can just go on through. Here we go. Look at that. Hey, that looks familiar.
What's in the background of that? What's on the record player background?
Yeah, I was actually trying to read that
It looks
during the
Kryptonian.
reaction.
I wonder if that's off of her time on Argo City, because it definitely looks Kryptonian. I can't
Definitely
read it.
looks like from a different planet.
They got vinyl. I respect them.
That's good stuff right there.
Good stuff.
Content.
Let's stay on it.
Shut up, new rock stars and screen crushing heavy
Yeah.
spoilers. That's what I'm talking about right
Zoom
there.
and enhance.
Looks like from another planet. Move
Oh,
on. Next
look
shot.
at that. Look
next
at that.
frame,
Please
baby.
explain this record player.
Next frame. Come on. Come on. It's probably a reference to issue number 146 where Supergirl teamed up with the Justice League.
Of an 8-issue series, issue 146. Crypto coming in hot.
Crypto, the alcoholic.
Yep,
Okay, you
doing
know
the
what
work,
we
doing
should
the
you know what we should say? There will be Woman of Tomorrow spoilers.
That's fair.
We should say that. If you don't want any spoilers from Woman of Tomorrow,
Skip ahead 15 minutes.
yeah, because we want to use this opportunity to be able to talk actual spoilers. It's called a breakdown for a reason.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm leaving the stream.
All right, so yeah, I mean it is an 8-issue series from.
Just realized that.
It's all good. I have my chance. And if it's that good, you know, it'll still be worth
Well,
the
we won't
read.
spoil the last half.
Yeah, let's only talk issue 6 and earlier. Let's go up until the end of Krypton.
How about we decide in the moment, like, hey, should we say this or not?
Yeah, 'cause
I think
there's
we'll know
some
what we're
stuff.
talking about. Because the second I saw Crypto, I was like, that's kind of an important part of the start
that's
of the
issue
comic.
1.
Yeah,
That's issue 1, though.
Literally within like it's issue 1. It's the start of the story, and it's not hinted at in the trailer.
No, but I will be probably by the 3rd trailer.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like that'll come into the trailers.
Well, at the start of the comic book, she's on. Well, I forget what planet Ruthie's from. Do you remember the name of the planet?
Name of the planet? I
don't
just
remember
read
the
it.
planet. Well, Supergirl, like in the trailers, partying, and when she does come across a Ruthie, it's Ruthie with a Y. Yeah.
I thought it was Ruthie. Tom King had to correct me. I was talking
Yeah.
about one tomorrow. I kept saying Ruthie, and he's like, Ruthie? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm an idiot.
Well, what ends up happening is Kara's dog ends up getting, the Crypto ends up getting hurt, and it looks like he's gonna die. And so that's part of what ties into Kara
two stories become one.
agreeing to go on this mission with Ruthie, because Ruthie's father was killed by Krem, so she wants Supergirl to, help her go on this revenge quest. And Supergirl's like, nah, I don't think so. But because of how specifically, it's been 6 months since I read it, but how specifically Crypto was hurt, she feels the antidote to saving him lies in the hands of Krem. Right?
Yeah, so
That's
that's
right.
100% right. So Ruthie basically is on a vengeance tour. She's trying to enlist someone to kill her killer of parents and finds Supergirl drinking.
Yeah.
And that's what launches their journey together. But Supergirl's not like a bounty hunter, so she wouldn't agree without purpose. So Krypto is a very integral part of the story because that's how Supergirl becomes embroiled in this.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy the first time around. Like, oh, you have Krypto in the first issue?
And I think it's a really smart way to tie into the DCU. I love that the Superman Krypto stuff was like a little, not twist, but like when it was like, not my dog.
Yeah.
And now we get the relationship between her and her dog and then trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you only set up Krypto at the beginning, then it just seems like some type of John Wick maneuver, which it very
100%.
well could be. But we are now already emotionally invested as Krypto, not just beyond being a super dog, but an actual character that we got to go on a character arc journey with. So you tie that into Supergirl, then that's going to be that much more powerful when that happens.
And it makes Supergirl feel less like, oh, we just got a girl Superman. Like, I know a lot of writers, especially in the pre-crisis era, just wrote like the same. But I think having Krypto immediately makes her a different character. And I wonder how much this comic actually helped James Gunn crack Superman, because he's credited Krypto. You know what I mean? And he's talked about reading it around the time. He credits Krypto for getting him in. I honestly think this comic is one of the most important things for the DCU.
Oh, I agree. All right, let's move on from that first frame.
All right, let's leave the record player.
Let's leave the record player.
It's going to be a 6-hour stream.
We're less than a second in, and
we've
talked for 10 minutes to explain that. Okay, we got a speaker. We got more bottles. We got shorts.
We got
shorts. She
they have a
wears
button
shorts.
fly.
She wears
Button
pants
fly
once in a
confirmed.
while. Every once in a while,
no
wears
zippers.
clothes that are
the
not
zippers
caped.
are not on the pants.
Okay, cool. Rocket Raccoon's under there fixing some stuff.
Can confirm.
All right. I did not get a
Daily
chance to slow
Planet.
this down. Superman saves town, nuclear reactor explodes. Supergirl saves cat. That rescues cat. I like that flip because usually
Cats,
They make fun of
plural.
Superman save the
She
cat.
saved
Yeah.
so many cats, apparently.
And of course, the bigger part is how Supergirl has like a tiny little section on that.
And
newspaper.
Superman's got a giant headline.
In all fairness, one is a lot bigger.
Nuclear
with the
reactor
story.
cats, scaling here. But it does say a lot. And obviously the Daily Planet, good to see.
And I like the humor of Krypto peeing on him after all that disrespect that Superman felt like he was getting from Krypto the entire movie.
It continues.
It's really funny.
And her reaction to it being, oh, you did it. Like, that's adorable.
What did she say? You missed a spot or something?
No, you finally did it in the right spot or whatever. Like, you finally...
You got it mostly on the paper. Or whatever.
Yeah,
love
like
that.
it's intended as.
Just keeps the Daily Planet as a body pad.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
funny.
local
That's
rag.
Pretty funny.
Now, that's already different from the comic because there is no terrestrial stuff in Woman of Tomorrow. We never go to Earth. So,
that's what you mean.
Yeah, we are already getting Earthbound stuff. I imagine it's just the opening of the film. I imagine it's like 5 minutes.
Right from the top.
But I'm just acknowledging, this is one of, if not the only time we've adapted a comic directly. Like it was called Woman of Tomorrow, but a movie is never going to be a direct translation. It's always going to be an adaptation. So Earth is already a difference.
Yeah, imagine this is the hangover after we saw her drunk at the end of Superman.
Right.
All right, let's move on. Thank you, John. Yeah. Thank you, Juan.
De nada.
12 seconds in on that stream.
It's a strong stream. You'll have to see it.
Shades. That is a beautiful. That's cool because the cinematography of this bed moment looks like it's out of Superman, but because of how she's all hungover and fucked up right now, it is immediately showing like how different it is. Draping herself over like that, covering herself in like a cape, because how Superman was draped in a cloth, put in the ship from
Martha,
Krypton.
it's safety. We got the bus stop, but obviously a little bit more space bound. Clearly,
I never noticed that. I never noticed the janky
like,
of that thing like falling apart. Oh, that's funny.
really funny. All right, so we're showing the quality of the ship she's taking. She is not flying first class.
Okay, so this is her taking her trip then, riding the ship, because in the comic she has a ship that she operates herself,
Yes.
and then Krem steals that ship.
Right. So automatically we're getting her more in Ruthie's position of having to take the bus, whereas or she's not with Ruthie here, but in the comic, what happens is her ship gets stolen and she's forced to take the bus with Ruthie.
Yeah.
I imagine either maybe they just used to take without Ruthie and it's going to be like the comic, or it's a different situation.
Or maybe this is just like her getting picked up from Earth and then being traveled to that planet. Or
Well, then Krem couldn't steal it.
Or she's renting the ship or something like that. I imagine this is still like before she goes to the planet.
Yeah, this is definitely Earth, it looks like, which
Yeah.
Ruthie would have nothing to do with.
Yeah. Moving on. I do like those shades.
Coat's cool too. It's cool to have like a cape-esque device, but not be a cape.
Good CGI, good computer-generated effects, I'd say.
Also, the benefit of having a world that already has superheroes, you can have a bus stop with a spaceship.
This character design, can you go back a little bit? That character design, it's kind of funny because the mask on does sort of look like High Evolutionary.
It does a little bit, yeah.
But that is a very, like when I see this kind of alien, that is very much the kind of alien I sort of associate with in Man of Tomorrow. When she first...
Woman of Tomorrow?
Woman of Tomorrow,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
just because the James Gunn movie that's coming out next year, or 2 years, no, Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying, or else people would have been wildly
In
confused.
the comments,
and
to be
then
like,
they
you mean the
would have
third movie with Brainiac, probably?
kicked down my door while I'm sleeping.
That's true, it was coming.
Yeah,
Woman of
tomorrow.
It does. It looks like a Bilquis Evely style alien humanoid,
Yeah.
and there aren't any humans, which one of my favorite things about the comic is there's no humans. There are humanoid aliens, and this definitely gives a vibe.
There are no humans.
I just reread it. There's not a single human in that book.
Man, I never put... It's because you have...
Krem, who, you know...
They look human.
But there's not a single
humanoid.
terrestrial.
Yeah, you said humanoid, yeah. Damn, that's right. There's no humans.
It was really cool to reread and be like, wait a second.
I never put that together.
Yeah.
Solid point. But anyway, yeah, the expression from Supergirl to him is the kind of dry expression that I often associate with the comic book.
Yeah, I agree. And I think this trailer is poppy and fun and, you know, vibrant to sell the movie, but I still think the movie is going to be pretty sad and brutal.
I don't feel like, it's tonally what the comic is. Oh, I like that. She's stealing a drink.
Yeah, she just takes it from the guy, just buy it out.
Yeah, oh, wow, you do have to, like, kind of slow this trailer down. I missed so much
lot's
shit.
going on.
Yeah, she's actually stealing a drink from someone, which immediately is the kind of thing Superman would not do.
Yeah, every beat really emphasizes... This trailer to me is a trailer of she's not Superman. I really like that every beat, dialogue, visual, it's showing that she's not her cousin.
That's my favorite part about the trailer because I was not really a big fan of that scene, even though I'm like, I get it. It's supposed to be, you know, Kara who's drunk, she escapes. It just still didn't feel like Supergirl to me. But this actually more, I have some concerns about some other stuff that I want to go into. However, what it really did was convert me to the side of, I think she's going to be a great leading Supergirl.
My concerns, I will say when we get to them, but it was interesting watching this trailer at home, and they actually went away because I realized timing-wise why my concerns are probably not a problem.
Okay, cool. Moving on.
Great shot. She's 23 here. In the comic, she's turning 21. I assume that is so. She wasn't underage drinking in Superman. But yeah, she's 23 here.
If you go back a little bit, John, the things that I'm loving too, because lately I am the kind of individual who notices how flat things look. And I like how this actually looks composed. You know that shot of Kara?
Yeah, there's not that weird movies looking like the Volume and Disney Plus shows thing.
There's sharpness, there's contrast, there's certain types of dynamic range and vibrancy happening here. I like the different blend of color schemes happening. The comic itself is a very colorful comic.
Yeah,
a wide variety, and like even a shot like this, I feel like is a really good cinematic shot.
That actually ties into what I was going to say in a minute, but while you're on that subject, I was thinking about this trailer and I was like, there's none of the sweeping vistas or giant fantastical, and then I was like, wait a second, movie's out in 7 months, those wouldn't be done yet.
No.
So a lot of my problems the first time I watched it, I was like, I liked the trailer, but I was like, the thing I think of the comic is scope, we wouldn't have that developed.
Yeah.
So people in my comments a lot of people were saying it was too brown, it was too contained, it wasn't like the comic, but this is a teaser trailer, and I think they need to sell the movie more than they need to sell the comic fans, especially this early.
But first impressions are so important, and this does look an awful lot like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do think first impressions are important, but I don't think they can do... I think this habit of making trailers this early is dangerous for the movie.
Definitely.
A year for Doomsday and 7 months for Supergirl, how can you be ready?
I don't know, and we already know that movies struggle with getting shit done on time.
And I think it looks great for the teaser, but I definitely don't go the visuals of the comic, but they can't.
But that's the thing is I love this shot. Can we go back on screen, John? This shot we're getting right here, I love more than a lot of the bigger shots. To me, this is more of the kind of...
This feels done.
This looks great. Anyway, let's move on.
The slice of life stuff in this is the most visually appealing, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah, so far.
And that's very much the comic, too.
There's a lot of bright sunlight.
She's also in a lot of bars and contained moments between the vistas.
Well, it's like the bar when in her first scene in the comic, what's already very different is the bar in the comic feels more like barbarian.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like a dive bar for scum and villainy. Not that,
Yeah.
scum and but you know what I mean.
this has like a disco, a little bit more modernism, Blade Runner-y kind
Yeah.
of futuristic vibe, where that is not the vibe,
No.
like that the other vibe, because in a lot of ways in the comic, she's thematically a knight,
Yeah,
and I would say that Ruthie's kind of like the squire.
sure.
And so, like when you start off with in the comic where it does feel a little bit more like that Game of Thrones era, this is a very different thing. This is where the adaptation stuff really comes into me, where it's not a one-to-one.
Yeah, it definitely.
It's not the same kind of bar at all.
I wouldn't feel like the Barbon's Brigands of the comic would go here, and I'm curious if there's another bar scene.
Yeah, but it's definitely the same scene based off of what she's going through right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the next scene could be a different bar because this could be the scene that lends to the opening scene, and this could be terrestrial.
Sure.
There are some.
Oh, you think this could be Earth?
There
Oh,
are
let's go
some.
back- let's go back a
There
little
are
bit.
some things that are in another language over there, but we don't know like if aliens are chilling on Earth.
Oh, you think this could be like a secret alien bar?
I think that we accept metahumans on Earth. There's a.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where
There's
the
a
world's at.
spaceship
Yeah,
bus.
That's right. I forget.
She's on Earth when the bus comes.
I did run a blank that is.
But do you know what I mean? Like this could be her pre-crypto scene,
This does look like a Star Wars cantina bar,
right?
Wow, and they got like skulls and monster stuff on the wall there. If you
Oh, that's
see.
true.
Yeah.
So maybe it is space, and I'm just saying I don't know if this is going to be where the Barbon Brigands are coming in.
All right, let's move on.
Barbons, I think it is. Barbon's Brigands.
Oh yeah, there's more of those.
Yeah, that's a good catch.
Bunch of like spooky skulls.
Oh, it's a xenomorph skull in the back.
Canon.
a predator.
This is where it all comes together.
What's she saying here?
This is let's make 23 the best year. The bar's not very high
Thank you. Did we get a copyright claim, guys?
because I just said the line.
I'm just making no. On our other, I'm simultaneously
on that
trying to
video?
be aware of the copyright claim that will probably come in for the trailer reaction. Yeah, let's. Can we move on, John? Thank you, John.
And here
Skybeam!
we are, Argo City. So this is Krypton. This is Krypton. I mean, is this a spoil? This is issue 6. Is this a spoiler?
I think the context is okay since we know Krypton. We don't have to explain every detail, but you can explain what Argo City, because some people might be confused. I'm like, I thought Krypton just exploded that one day.
So there's a line in this that even says like, it went away in a day, and like the gods are not that kind. The beautiful thing about Kara to me, and why I like the character, especially in Woman of Tomorrow, is Kal-El never knew his planet, and it's a really interesting nature-nurture conversation. The reason Kara is so hard-edged is she grew up on Krypton. She saw it die. But even in that canon, you don't usually live through that death in a long-form way. Woman of Tomorrow is the first time you hear it from Kara's point of view.
Yeah.
The first time you actually hear her experience, and it's not quick.
Yeah.
So without giving too much away, this is Krypton. This is a bubble that is saving Argo City. This is, I'll vaguely say, thanks to her father, and that it lends itself to one of the most brutal issues in comics, and that is issue 6 of Woman of Tomorrow. And this is not Kandor, which a lot of people, I assume, will assume it is. Kandor is a little city in a glass case that is very important to Superman mythology.
Kandor?
Kandor, John and I love Kandor, animated series stuff. Brainiac, Kandor. But this is an interesting parallel. I actually think metaphorically what's really cool is if Kandor represents Superman, Kandor represents hope and the saving of something, the preservation of something. If anything, this is a parallel to her because this city represents a failed preservation and a loss.
Yeah.
So I've always loved that this city and Kandor are kind of mirrors in the same way Supergirl and Superman reflect each other.
Yeah. And she has that line later in the trailer of like, he looks for hope and she sees truth. And it's her experience here that happens of where that truth would lay waste.
It's going to break my heart.
Like to allow, you keep kind of skimming through this Argo footage a little bit, John, because Argo is a city that the dad siphons off. It's because they're like, oh, maybe we can save. You actually go for it a little bit more.
I wonder if that's named after Operation Argo, which is
The Ben Affleck movie.
which is the Ben Affleck movie based off a real thing, where people pretended something in order to save a group of people. This is similar.
Look, guys, everyone knows everyone on Krypton dies. So
Spoilers!
Whether you hate this or not, I'm going to say it. I think that's her mom's funeral.
Oh, I definitely think so.
Yeah, because like when it starts off in that issue, the dad is a scientist, so he's Zor-El, and the mom, whose name I am blanking on at this very moment in time.
Martha.
It is. What in doubt, Marth.
I'm spacing too. I'm sorry, DC Comics fans. I am spacing.
Allura.
Oh, thank you, Allura.
And then Kyle is Lara?
Allura and Lara. Very redundant
Zor-El,
names.
Zor-El. That is such like
Laura.
That is such like 40s writing.
yeah, it's such fucking like, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings writing.
Yeah.
You're Pin, Fin, Shin, Kin, Swin, Din.
And Dan.
Yeah. This what's cool is I feel like you'll actually get the Kryptonian customs. Like when we rewatch Man of Steel, a lot of people would agree that one of the best parts is the first 20 minutes.
There's a lot of Krypton there.
Actually getting to explore Krypton, but you're only exploring Krypton in the most like devastating high stakes situation. A little bit of the council. It's visually cool, but you get a sense of what the Kryptonian world is like and very political. And this, I think, is going to capture the soul, the humanity. Where in Man of Steel, we only really got in touch with. There's not a criticism of the movie; it's just who we focus on. We get in touch with like the top political people who are making all of these calls and stuff, and there's a bit of a coldness in a lot of the decision making. Where here, I think we'll actually see the lives that were lost. We can feel the devastation. So much of the time, I do not feel that connected to the idea of like I get it, like factually wise, it's sad to lose a planet and all these people die. Of course, I understand that's really sad. I don't ever really feel that loss of Krypton, or that weight that comes with it.
Yeah,
and
better
to actually
watch the way you're talking about Man of Steel right now.
They're coming for you, Greg.
That connected to those people in Krypton. Whereas in this, I think this will really be the thing that will get audiences to truly connect with Krypton. Because even the Donner movie has the same thing where it's a lot of stoicism and pondering and talking about shit. This is going to be the humanity.
And I think Kara is going to be our connection to Krypton in a very different way than we've ever seen, in the way that you're speaking of it, but also what Argo City could do.
Yeah.
I think will be devastating in a very new way for the story.
I do find the color tint of this trailer, because a lot of movies adopt a certain color tint. Like Coy and I did a commentary, first time watching the director's unrated version of Watchmen just yesterday.
Spoilers for Reject Schedule.
And we were discussing like the purposeness possibly of like, why this part of why the present storyline is in blue tint and the past is in yellow tint. And I am finding that people are calling this brown, but I wonder if it's like a darker shade of yellow.
I think it will be dark yellow to show a juxtaposition to the vibrancy of Green Sun and of the planets that they go to. I think that's intentional, but I also think this will change. This is going to be one of those movies when people look at the teaser trailer and then later footage, they're going to be like, whoa, everything changed. Like, I think this is, 7 months is a long time.
Yeah. Well, the dark yellow is kind of casting a shade over the yellow sun where
That's
they get their powers.
But I think it's going to be even more enhanced and varied.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do like that we're seeing
it's
Krypton.
brown.
It's brown. Everything's brown. Look at
Craig
jacket.
was like, no one uses brown.
I feel like brown's really Supergirl.
There's not enough muddy looking movies.
Everything's always like red, blue, green, yellow.
What if we go brown?
No one goes brown.
There's a whole spectrum of colors in the brown family.
Shades of gray, no shades of brown.
I want to direct a khaki movie.
And then obviously we've got some ceremonial robes, some Kryptonians on Krypton.
Yeah. I love that wide
Man,
shot.
that
I
screen.
actually love that. I love straight up like Star-Lord when in part 1.
This, to me, is what I think the movie's going to look like. Like, this looks like the deluxe edition of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow collection. This is the beautiful re-release and hardcover on display, and I think we're going to get a lot of these visuals. They're just not done yet.
I think this is when they take her ship.
Ah, yeah, I can see
Because
that.
the clothes that she's in.
That's an impressive yell. Good job, Millie.
Yeah, I think this is when they take her ship because of what point it's at and what she's wearing.
That looks so cool.
So I imagine she just got into a fight because that's one of the things that the trailer does not show you is under Red's, she's physically vulnerable. So while this trailer I think does a good job communicating the emotional vulnerability or at least teasing it, it's the physical vulnerability that they do tease at the end of Superman with her being drunk and how she can be drunk, but also. That's kind of why the cover of the sword in the cover is more thematic than it is some type of like special MacGuffin weapon. And
well, it's to Ruthie, it's important.
It is. But for her to be wielding it and like thematically of like revenge, justice, night, all these different things too, and of course to Ruthie. But this physical vulnerability is more of one I want to capture. And
Yeah.
like even in the comic at one point, she goes under the green sun where she just can't move and it's just pure torture for her.
Yeah, it's a really good issue.
And that I think will make us really connect. It'll be weird because it'll be funny to me of how people will take it in. One of the things that we've heard people say with Superman, David Cornsweet, is, man, he gets his ass kicked a lot in this movie.
Right. About to see it.
This one is going to be justified from the beginning because
Yeah.
of the fact of the suns that she's under.
That Green Sun issue, one of my favorite issues, was written in one day.
No way.
Tom King handed in an issue, which you
Yeah.
can read in the back of the deluxe issue that looks like this. And it's very like horse girl coded. It's fine, but it's not as good as the Green Sun issue. And he handed it in, and the editor was like, no, this isn't good enough.
Yeah.
And so he was like, it's due in a day to get the art done. Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
He talked with his daughter, and his daughter Claire was telling him, like, well, if there's a yellow sun and a red sun, what does a green sun do?
Yeah.
And he was inspired by his daughter's asking and wrote that entire issue in a day, handed it in, history.
That's so crazy because that is such an
One of the best issues.
That's an important part. That's arguably Ruthie's most
Important issue and
like,
some of the most
change.
powerful visuals.
Yeah.
So to see the arc dip into that moment, I think is going to be so integral. But he wrote that in a day, and some of the writing in that issue is crazy good.
To describe that Green Sun arc, if you guys have
Dinosaurs.
played, if you guys have played Last of Us, or in the show, it's the kind of thing when Joel is injured and then suddenly Ellie has to be the hero while the main character is injured and kind of unconscious. Or trying to think of it, or I guess if you think about like in Logan, if I don't know if there's really a scene like this, but in X-23 is taking over and Logan's unconscious, something like that. So that's that issue. Kara's injured and she's immobile.
Because this is very much a lone wolf and cub story.
Definitely.
And it's really cool that they tell it from the perspective of the cub. Speaking of the cub, that's Ruthie. Ruthie is straight out of the
looks
comic. She
so
looks
much younger than I expected.
Oh, I always thought of her as a child. He killed her
Oh,
father.
really?
Oh, yeah. I think of her as like 9.
I guess because I don't know. And then whenever I read the comic, she looked kind of like her age, Supergirl's age to me.
She's literally like small as well. I always thought of her as a kid.
This might be my lack of interpretation.
So this is Ruthie with the sword of such import. And this is the cub of the lone wolf and cub. And
Yes.
it's really cool because this story is told from voiceover of her in the future. So she's recounting the story, and there's some really cool elements to that storytelling method. And the writing of this is really interesting because she's got this like ferocious appetite. Like in the first
Good work.
issue, they use the word alacrity, and I was like, okay, fucking strap it in. We're gonna fucking like the book uses words that people make fun of me for using, and I had to look up some words. So it's a really verbose book. The vernacular is verbose and full of veracity, and I'm really excited for the writing.
V for Vendetta,
V for
vagina, Viagra. Oh, guys, my V's aren't as good.
Vengeance! But I think that it's going to be a really cool way, because even in this trailer, there's only like 4 lines of dialogue, but 2 of them are like bars. So I
Yeah.
think it's going to have some really zingy, powerful writing.
We actually had a question, just real quick sidebar. Someone asking in the chat if Women of Tomorrow would be appropriate for a 9 or 10-year-old to read.
How violent? I think parents expose their kids to different stuff. I think it is probably right on the cusp where if you like talk it through with them. But as far as like reading ability, if that kid knows alacrity at 9,
I mean,
like it's a dense book. It's not a.
yeah, it's not like reading Alan Moore, but it's kind of like reading Alan Moore.
It's not
You're
monosyllabic.
Like, damn, this shit's taken. This is a much harder to read than I thought.
Yeah, like I don't know if a kid would enjoy it, and also you'd have to explain a lot to them. But I
Yeah.
think it's thematically pretty dark,
Are you guys hot in here?
a little bit.
Yeah. It's hot. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, Ruthie, killing it.
Ruthie, more Argo planet. I mean, that's straight up Argo.
That's
right
Argo.
there.
It's incredible. Look at that, beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Destroyed that fucking planet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool wide shots in this, man.
Yeah.
Like that. What a great wide shot.
Back to the bar, screaming it up. We got the bus.
Notice
I
how
love
all-
that looks like a bus with some like rocket
Yeah.
strapped to it.
So much of the shots, the characters are like she's framed directly in center of frame.
And I like when it looks intentional and not like, see, this looks
Yeah.
like a different bar to me.
Well, this looks straight up like
This
What-
looks like the bar that the comic looks like. That's why I think the first bar feels different. There's no disco ball in this bar. Like
it doesn't look like another part of that.
it might be, but it feels different enough to me to not bother me.
Not that a lot of bars couldn't have like a big blue light, but
There
I feel
are blue
like
neon in the other one as
there's
well.
blue neon in the other place.
Yeah.
This just feels more modern, whereas that later one feels more scummy, but I could just be misreading that.
Okay, so one of the things that I've been saying, if we go back to that bar shot or like up here that looks straight up like the Ravagers from Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the things that I've been hoping for, as someone, again, I'll just remind everyone that while Peacemaker Season 2, I really had a lot of issues with and wasn't a big fan of, the Suicide Squad is still my favorite of the DC era movies. You know, if you're not including like the Batman or something, but like the Suicide Squad. And of course, I love the Superman movie, and I love like most James Gunn movies. But the thing I was most excited for, and I also think Creature Commandos is extremely underrated, was that this to look and feel like a different voice. And the problem that I had with how this was pitched, not tonally wise, with the music choice of Call Me by Blondie, and then a lot of the visuals here, is I didn't get the distinct voice of Craig Gillespie. It looked like a big James Gunn influence over it. And that was one of the things that is kind of a big detractor for me of this first trailer. I'm not saying the movie will be that, but I was really hoping for feeling, because that's what makes the universe feel like we're fleshing out a universe that's not just James Gunn. We have to get past James Gunn's DCU and start thinking of just the DCU.
Sure.
You know, I don't go Kevin Feige's MCU.
You should.
You know, you really should, though. Even there's a lot of same season that, but I don't go Kevin Feige. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to watch this and think of James Gunn.
Yeah, I get that.
And I definitely thought of James Gunn while watching this.
I'm of two minds about it because I don't generally like cosmic stories as much as terrestrial stories in comic books. Like I don't generally gravitate towards like a Captain Marvel or a Guardians of the Galaxy over a Spider-Man or an X-Men. Even the X-Men space stuff, I prefer the terrestrial. Like I don't like the Shi'ar as much as I care about like Stryker.
Right
so
there with you,
yeah, so when I think of cosmic, I do think of James Gunn as an outlier of like, oh, he speaks it in a way that makes me care. Yeah. So I'm of two minds because if the Venn diagram of me liking cosmic is James Gunn and this captures that, yeah. But also when I read the comic Woman of Tomorrow, it thematically has similar archetypal things, but I don't, which is a positive, but I don't disagree that this is way more James Gunn than I was expecting. Yeah. So I don't know if that's just because they're trying to sell it as a DCU film, if they're trying to grab those elements to really like, this is doing well, or if by the time the movie comes out, I'll be like, okay. Because I love Craig Gillespie, and I want Craig Gillespie to be, when Craig Gillespie was announced, I was more excited than any announcement other than the comic elements of James's thing. Like he was the director I was most like, no way they're doing that. So I hope we get to see more of his DNA, but I don't know if we're going to see everything that's cosmic in space as James because of the nature of it.
Yeah, I don't mind inspiration from other stuff.
Sure.
What I think we need as an audience though is not another comic book movie that's just aping some other movie or some other genre that came before it.
Phase 1 of Marvel, when everything felt different. Like we were talking about like the movies when Avengers gathered, it felt like 5 movies.
Well, if you look at space opera movies, you know, Star Wars, while people love Guardians of the Galaxy, and they'll be like, and James Gunn has said he's taken stuff from Star Wars. I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy feels like Star Wars. It's different type of vibe overall. Sure. It's really funny. The action's very different. There's no like lightsabers, none of this like like Star Wars kind of feels like a religion for people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that for Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that's fair.
There's like a funny whimsiness to it. And on a very separate note, we just did a first time watch for 2001: A Space Odyssey, which Guardians 3 took some visual inspirations from, but there's no Star Wars and Star Wars Guardians in 2001 feel like completely different films.
Yeah.
Interstellar feels, while inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, very distinct, unique voice.
That's a great example. That Venn diagram of what we're talking about with 2001, that's what I'm hoping this trailer is.
Yeah, that's more
the center that is connecting Interstellar and 2001 and Guardians. You would never compare those, but there is similarities. I'm hoping they're accentuating those.
Yeah. Like the comic is very much like Lord of the Rings, Logan in space, and
True
that
Grit
kind of vibe.
in space.
True Grit is a much better call, actually. Yeah.
And this doesn't feel like that as much as I think it will in the movie.
I hope it does feel in the movie. That's the big hope.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I know they're trying to sell it, and I know that James Gunn's style is very popular. So I'm wondering if that's been cranked a little.
But I think people want to move past the style.
I think that's fair. Yeah. And again, I'm going to get crap for defending it. I just think that it's marketing versus the movie, and I don't know what it's going to be on the day.
I'm leaning towards that being a high likelihood. Yeah. I'd be very surprised because Craig Gillespie does have a very different voice than James Gunn.
Right.
And I would hate it to be a Terminator Dark Fate situation.
Where it gets stifled for the purpose of...
because the producer was like, you should make it like this. You know?
I feel like James Gunn's very excited to be hands-off and let this movie... Like, everything he said was about Craig Gillespie and him being a fan of him.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd want to... And the point of Supergirl is to not feel like Superman. And he just made Superman.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be the case, but I do think advertising-wise, I could see that benefit.
Well, I hope DC takes some notes and does a very different trailer for the next
trailer
one.
2. All right, I got to call up some people.
Well, it makes you wonder because there's a certain amount of gunniness that makes sense to have be consistent across everything, but at the same time, you don't want it to fall into the Marvel trap of everything feeling the same.
Exactly.
Phase 1 versus 4.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm curious. I mean, Clayface is after this, and it would be insanely weird if Clayface felt anything like a Gunn film because it has to not. But I'm curious if this is just to bridge that gap until it's out.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Devil's advocate.
If anything, Peacemaker Season 2 has more in common with Supergirl than the Superman movie vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
And this
That's
dialogue...
that's coming from someone who doesn't like that season that much. Yeah.
This dialogue is paraphrased from the comic. There's actually dialogue about, like, this is going to be not so fun for you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really fun pulls for comic fans.
And I'm noticing in the trailer, she doesn't have her suit a lot of this.
Yeah. Which is interesting because the opening of the comic is very subdued.
She just has it.
Yeah.
She's wearing it the whole time.
Well, there's a suit reveal because she goes like, it's weird that you're wearing your underwear.
Oh, this crane is that the crane that she ends up using at the end of the trailer?
The spin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. This like mace.
Okay. Yeah, I think Millie Alcock looks really badass in this. I think I'm going to love her a lot.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I love badass.
She's
women
so
on screen.
tiny, dude. She's like 4'11". I was shocked.
But seeing it in this made me realize.
Oh, Crimmy.
Pause it, please. Made me realize it looks like fucking Pinhead. Made me realize.
Looks like Ryan Airy.
Ryan Airy.
Mateus Schoenaerts looks like Ryan.
When you say Ryan Airy on YouTube, people are gonna think.
No, there's that guy.
Screen Crush.
Someone sent me a message and they're like, "That looks just like Ryan Airy," and I googled him. I didn't know who he was, and I was like,
Are
"It
you
does look
fucking
like
serious?
him." Yeah.
Ryan. Ryan texted me this morning.
Oh, it looks like this guy Ryan Airy, doesn't it?
I didn't text Ryan back, by the way.
Someone said it. I was like, I totally see it.
I guess.
Looks like
I guess I know Ryan's face too.
But
well,
like,
I sat across from him a few times.
Someone tagged me. And I thought it was really funny. I see it.
See it a little bit.
Yeah.
If anything, it looks like Risa Fons to me.
Oh, I like that.
You know, Risa Fons?
A little bit. I know Mateus Schoenaerts too well. I really like his work, like Rust and Bone and The Old Guard.
Oh, jeez.
And we're back. The biggest fan of The Old Guard. Still haven't seen the sequel.
Millie Alcock being tiny is a big part of why I think people would underestimate her, and she could get away with kicking ass. She's a Supergirl.
I think that's also going to be fun for the shot of her next to Superman, much like Rachel Brosnahan being tiny.
Definitely.
Because Millie Alcock, there is no way she's 5'5". This is an internet
that's
lie.
That's got to be an internet.
Yeah, that is
lie.
I met her 3 days ago, and that was a tiny human being.
Yeah, Coy folded her and put her in his pocket.
She fit in my overhead
and
compartment.
Was like, I'll protect you from all this pressure.
I'll take that. As a creme-looking fellow, I will kidnap Supergirl.
So this is Krem here. Do you think he's looking directly into camera? Do you think Krem is taunting Supergirl here or taunting Ruthie?
I
don't know. I don't know what scene this is.
I think Ruthie. I think that she gets incapacitated, and this is him taunting about killing her father. In the comic, there's a lot of beats of him just being like, "Yeah, he deserved to die. He was weak." Yeah. Like the character is about conquering weakness, and he enjoys thriving over hurting weak people. So I think Ruthie.
I'm not sure I like this design right now.
I like that he looks like a swashbuckler in the comic. I hope this sells me. I'm so far not sold, but
I'm not a big fan. I mean, it does look like those 80s vibe interpretations that they would do of certain types of those like creepy villains.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something that felt more sinister about just a nasty butcher. Something that felt more Viking.
The night element is missing. I think why we felt that great night element of Supergirl was she was fighting a swashbuckling looking guy.
Yeah.
He's got the weird facial hair like I have. Like he's like very swashbuckling.
Yeah.
And that is obviously not an option when he looks cyberpunky.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. It's such a redesign, and I don't know. There's something kind of. Some might argue that Krem might have a generic look as what we're describing, but it would be different to the genre.
I hope that I'm sold on it, but this is one of the things that I can't tell if I'm too close to the comic.
What I do like is the lighting in a lot of these shots.
Yeah.
The more we slow down this trailer, the more beautiful I think the trailer actually looks.
It's interesting. As we've gone frame by frame, I've liked the trailer markedly more as a visual aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I saw this in a crowd of 100 people on a screen. I didn't really get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is just
That's straight from the comic. That is a straight comic shot.
This is when they're traveling the bus. A lot of this looks like it's coming from Act 1. And it slowed down a little bit. Slow down before her hand goes over.
In the bus.
So, okay, so she's actually, so keep going forward now, John.
God,
I mean, the bus shots go, they travel by bus after she loses her ship. And I think having her be the same size does help, like similar in size does help for the screen presence going to share. So she is actually going to go protect her in that moment there. I couldn't tell for a second if Ruthie was actually kind of helping her. But this does look like Planet Nowhere.
This straight up does. I will not argue.
Yeah. And I just want something that just looks, because the comic, that's the thing, is the comic is so unique in its look. I've never read anything like it.
And Bilquist's art.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's what you got to capture.
But I'm wondering if the things that are done first are the things that aren't rendered.
Yeah.
Like, this is a shot of a set, right? Like, this is practical. This is what you'd have done first. I do worry, though, but we're the 5% that have read the comic, right?
I would be very surprised if all this was practical, knowing how films are made today.
More practical than the CGI sweeping vistas.
Yeah. Sure. Those are practical lasers.
Yeah, that's definitely Millie. That's why she got cast.
Yeah.
She can shoot lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you're the one. Practical.
Practical. They really built the ship.
Yeah, they flew it into a mountain.
That might be like towards the finale.
Maybe?
I don't know. I mean, the movie's not going to be a 1-to-1.
No, but if that's the spot I think it is, that's like issue 7.
And I like this mirror, like when Krypto is laying on Superman in the last movie.
Healing him, yeah.
I think this so far looks better shot than Superman.
I mean, the DP is a genius.
Yeah, like the visuals go back a little bit.
Then we gotta talk about that.
Then we'll talk about the Lobo. Like, look at this fucking shot.
That's the stuff the comic.
Yeah. This is a beautiful shot.
But this is what, half a second in watching it in regular time. Like, we don't get to see a lot of this because I think it's not done.
This shot right here feels the most like Woman of Tomorrow out of anything 100%. I've seen. Her falling to her knee, looking down with the kind of light
and transitory color.
Is that green sun? Is that the green?
Might be.
Yeah.
And that would be her weakening and falling to the ground?
There is a distinct green hue here on the horizon.
Yeah.
And the colors
are this is the shot. I remember, yes, at the trailer event, I freaked out about this because I blinked and caught it and we talked about it. Yeah, I believe that's the green sun.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Lobo.
Digging through the ditches and burning through the witches.
Man, I want Zombie to score his movie.
Well,
I want there to be a movie and to be scored by.
It's just funny. Like, even when you read Lobo, it's like, yeah, it's Jason Momoa.
Yeah, it's like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool.
It's like who else would you do? It's
other than Rob Zombie.
It's like when we watched Watchmen. Like, who else would be the comedian but Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Right.
You know? Like, there's nobody else.
And yet he was Aquaman playing pretty much Lobo.
Yeah. But
he looks great, man.
I like how they didn't give a full look. They're saving that for the second trailer.
And we got the cigar. We got the things we needed to feel confident.
Will he get his dolphins? Space dolphins, baby.
I mean, I think he's gonna have a motorcycle. I think he'll say frack and pastiche, and the cigar makes me happy. The spikes.
Oh, it's from this. It's from that one scene they keep going to. We've mainly, now that we've slowed this trailer down, it's mainly just been from this one set piece. The action.
I think that's what they went into post production on and got done for the trailer. I think honestly, this is all from like 2 to 3 different segments that they rushed to get finished to put out.
But yeah, I like the way he's looking so far, and you know he's just gonna look great, and I like how it's gonna be with practical makeup and stuff. But the reason why I think Lobo's a good addition, now granted, I don't know what they're doing different with Krem, if they're gonna actually give him something enhanced where he can fight Supergirl. But Superman himself has a hard time beating Lobo, and to throw in a villain who is capable of beating or keeping up a fight with Supergirl when Supergirl is under Yellow Sun.
Yeah.
I think what could raise the stakes. I don't know how much Lobo will be in here. I hope he's not just something to set up the future or some bullshit like that. But with his power set, and I think his type of maniacal nature is a good fit to go up against the anger that is within Kara as well.
Yeah, I think so. And the size is going to be crazy because Kara is so tiny and Jason Momoa is a big dude.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really fun fight visually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. I love the Lobo shot. I think they did a really good job keeping it subtle, keeping it like a little under wraps, but still giving every comic fan like, they did it. They put it in the teaser.
Yeah. Dressed like a Kryptonian. I dig it. My dolphin.
Ruthie looks so much like the comic. Like of anyone,
I wish she had her helmet though.
I think she feels like the Bilquis's art. So yeah, that's a great shot. Man, that's beautiful.
I think the variety. I'm actually seeing more of the variety now that we're slowing it down.
This looks like the comic to me.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous shot. Like, oh, go back to that shot, John. Oh my god, I love the, like how she's go back for a little bit more, please. Like we'll freeze it on the very next one. There it is. Yeah,
Look
like
at that.
watching the way. Oh fuck it, that's like Man of Steel shit right there. The way I don't even know how to describe that.
She breaks the sound barrier. Yeah.
the sound barrier.
Well, it breaks through the atmosphere.
But I love the like sun on the screen left that she's coming through screen right, and like how wide it is, making her look small against this huge thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful shot.
And that feels like Bilquis's art to me.
Yeah, I love this shot a lot. There's a lot of. I did not appreciate the visuals as much until we did this.
I think it was doing a lot fast, man, because I didn't either. This has been really. This trailer's gone up for me.
Yeah, no, it really has. I was like, yeah, I said it in the reaction, like I liked it. I was in love with it. But this is like really enhancing my opinion. Anyway, thanks.
I
John.
really liked it. I'm starting to love the visuals, and that was the thing that I was hindered by the first watch. And then the reveal shot.
Well, this is what I mean by the yellow in the trailer, because I think the dark yellow is intentional, which people are interpreting as brown. But as you can see, this is more of a traditional bright. Granted, this is also the most like flat looking of all the lighting that we've seen. So
We've been talking about death
This
until
is the
now.
most least visually appealing part of the trailer, sadly.
Yeah.
It just looks like 9 a.m. on a Monday morning. You know?
Yeah. But I think the brightness and the cleanness is symbolic of the arc that she's going on through this movie.
Yeah, and literally getting back to the yellow sun,
Yeah.
like thematically and narratively.
Or if this is just the next moment after the fight, because she has the crane here.
That's true. Could
But
be
I
either.
like how she is using like a barbaric like crane.
Yeah.
Well, I forget what those are called. The
Mace?
swinging crane.
Like a mace.
That's what they're called, mace?
Mace or
That's what Daryl Dixon uses to defeat walkers all the time now.
Mace.
Daryl.
Any audience stuff? I was curious what I don't know what the audience thinks of this trailer yet, other than comments.
Well, how about this? We're gonna do The Boys season 5. Do we immediately hop to super chats? Or do you want to talk about? Oh, we gotta do the Better
We
Man
gotta
trailer.
do Better Man.
Better Man.
We got.
Are we cutting super chats now? Or
Yeah, we should. We're gonna disable the super chats right now, guys. So,
All right.
So we're gonna go through all of them, but you can't contribute anymore.
You can only contribute super stickers from here on out, gang.
Thank you, everyone.
But yeah, let's do the Better Man trailer. Were you able to do what you did prior, so we can just watch?
Yeah, let's be
Yes, sirree.
efficient.
All right.
Yes,
So
sirree,
for those who don't know, Ethan T in particular has been asking every week for many weeks for us to watch the Better Man trailer. I keep forgetting what this is. I've never seen it.
What did you call it right before we aired? Monkey Man?
Yeah, Monkey Man. Yeah.
Which is a Dev Patel movie.
But yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, and I thought this was like some terrible movie, and then we saw the Rotten Tomatoes score, and people really love this film. I was like, oh, never mind. So
The slow burn cell of Greg on Better Man.
and this is Paramount. So again, if we get into a certain block or something, or some type of demonetization, this might be muted in the future. We'll let you know. But let's go, John. Let's finally see why Ethan T wants us to watch this. Have you seen this trailer?
I think I saw it in the theater when it came out, but I don't remember it.
All
I
right.
just remember I like Robbie Williams.
Honoring this request.
Here we go. Better Man.
I'm Robbie Williams. I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world. This is
love
my
that movie.
story, but I'm
Such
not
a
going to
movie.
tell it in an ordinary way because I don't see myself how others see me.
Yes!
2 hours, your ass is mine! To be honest, I've always been a little less evolved. I don't want to ride.
This is
let's
so
take
weird.
it from the top, shall we?
This is so strange.
I love it. How do you make a
My
biopic
dad
not
was
feel the
well
same?
enamored by the stars of the day.
Can you lower it a tiny
You
bit, John?
can't learn it. You're either born with it or you're a nobody.
This is like that thing where everyone's a Muppet except one person, but in reverse, and he's a monkey.
How strange.
I love it so much as a lover of bold swings.
I'm not quite picking up on the thematic resonance for him being a monkey.
I feel like he feels othered. He feels like different from everyone else. So, or he doesn't feel as evolved. There's that guy.
So is it just a traditional biopic? or
But
is
with
it
him as a monkey.
I mean, damn, this looks expensive and
It
huge.
looks so big. I mean, I can't imagine just animating the monkey.
Do I look like a pop star to you?
Oh, but is it like
change your hair
is-
on your head?
is the theme of being a monkey too? Of like the way how we
Treat celebrity.
yeah.
Prove I can make it on my own.
Proof to who?
Everyone.
This doesn't look like a traditional biopic format, actually. This doesn't look like the Michael or Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
If they cost you something.
You're gonna laugh. Do it on the inside, yeah?
The animation looks good.
Demented. I love that choice of words thing.
What they think.
You give a fuck what everyone thinks.
That's a good line.
Remember.
Look at the color palette on this thing.
It's vibrant, man. It looks so heartfelt and soulful. And I really like Greatest Showman too.
You think it's a sex scene?
I hope so.
The story starts. I'm loving angels instead.
Damn.
It was a Christmas release, dude. Ha!
So for this, they said that he went with the monkey thing partly because it's like to do with feeling less evolved and kind of a slave to your, base instincts, as well as the performing monkey motif of being a showman. So
Dance monkey dance
that's the
kind of
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
I called it Better Evolved thing, but I really like the othering of the visual. Also, it definitely stands out from other biopics.
Yeah, it looks actually heartfelt and poignant. That's kind of a movie I would like to just watch on my own and sit back. I don't know about reacting to it.
Have people reacted? Have you looked?
No.
All right.
I wait for other people to do stuff first.
Yeah.
And I go,
Like
you
the
know,
long walk. I'm gonna let other people walk first, and
Yeah.
eventually I'll walk
and
too.
then I'll go, why don't we get as many views?
Why after I posted this a month later and everyone's watched reactions, did we
doesn't
not
make
get it?
any sense to
What's
me
even
now.
happening? Oh, Ethan Hawke went on Rogan. Didn't know that.
We should have gotten more.
Come on.
Damn, Jeremy Johns looks super happy. Let's do the thing that I'm sure he hates. Let's just go to
Let's
his rating.
judge everything
Go,
by
go to his rating. Just to see his rating. Awesome-tacular. Jeremy Johns rarely gives anything an awesome-tacular. Wow, that's high praise.
11 months ago. Was this last Christmas? Is it that recent?
Yeah.
All
that
right.
recent? A year ago?
I mean, it was Christmas. I didn't think. I thought it was.
this. It was this winter 2025 is January.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or well, yeah, I guess Christmas limited theatrical.
I don't know. Actually, maybe. Oh. Hey, you're right, man. That was a really good
It
trailer.
was a good trailer.
That was moving. That was pretty cool. That was good. Thanks, Ethan T.
Hey, we love cinema here.
Yeah. I don't have too many thoughts other than it was great. my thought expenditure's gone down a little bit.
We did some thinking. We've been doing this an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
usually when we're pretty broken at this
Thank
point
you,
of the stream.
Ethan T.
Thank you, Ethan T.
Woo! Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. Talk
Yeah.
about it briefly?
Yeah.
Talk about this 4-hour movie briefly.
I think it was 5.
I kind of want to. Did you stay for the post-credit scene?
There was. I stayed. There wasn't a post-credit scene.
Yes, there fucking was.
When
When a post-credit scene is a post-credit scene.
the black and white, like the drive, or was there something after that?
No, it was like literally when the credits are done.
I guess it went for all the credits. What was it?
It almost ruined the entire movie for me.
Was it Tarantino talking shit about Matt Lillard?
No,
Because that would bother me.
No. But anyway, let's talk good about the movie.
Okay,
first.
yeah.
Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. So for you guys who haven't heard, Tarantino has re-released his film, added in so the animation part with Owen Rishi,
Awesome.
that has a whole plot that is the thing with the elevator where she fights the assassin.
Yeah.
That is not in there in the original theatrical
Okay.
cut. So after in the theatrical, when she kills the boss and it cuts to her in her 20s.
Yeah.
So they cut out that whole thing in the middle of the elevator scene.
Which is solid.
I won't say what happens in it, but I do think it actually enhances the way Volume 1 ends.
I agree. I liked the
And-
ending a lot more this time.
It's crazy. Kill Bill's always been one of my favorite movies. And then watching this, I was like, I don't think I could watch it any other way now. Like, this is the definitive way to do it. I can't imagine watching it.
Half of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't imagine like stopping it halfway.
It changes the whole thing.
Because it's going to be spoilery about it. In the original cut, they don't have in the original ending of Kill Bill 1, Bill says to the Sophie girl first in the original cut. There's like music going over it. There's because the movie's ending,
Yeah.
So they have music going over it. Where in the Bloody Affair, there's no music.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
silent.
sound design. And also, she in the theatrical cut when she tells Sophie in the trunk, "Give me your arm," you don't see her cut the other
second
arm,
arm.
but in this movie, you see her cut the other arm. And in the theatrical cut, Bill, they add a line where the movie literally ends on Bill saying, "Does she know her daughter's still alive?"
Right, which is so different this way. And I
So
didn't
different.
remember that. I remember the ending being so different because I was like, that's not what I remember. But I remember how.
Yeah.
And it was so much better served this way.
Yeah, recontextualizes the whole experience
Because you get to be surprised with her.
Well, and when I saw this, your cut's slightly different, but I saw this a number of years ago, and I'd completely forgotten any stuff about the daughter, and that blew my mind. when
I forgot
saw
she
it
had
that
a daughter.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, because I haven't
Yeah.
seen this since theaters. So it's been years for me.
So yeah, if you watch it in this version, there's no way of selling. This is I'm only talking to people who know Kill Bill because if I just spoil it for you, I'm so sorry. But if you watch it in that version, not knowing her daughter was alive, then you get to be in the bride's POV versus when you watch Kill Bill 2. The whole time you're waiting for her to find out.
Yeah.
you know?
I love being her eye line.
Yeah, and it does make this experience so much.
It makes all of their
stronger.
stuff sweeter. It makes their
Yeah.
relationship so different because you're rejoining their relationship in real time.
Yeah.
You're not waiting for it.
Yeah.
You're getting to experience it.
Yeah.
I also love the animated sequence.
The animated sequence is brilliant. So, John, when you saw Bloody Affair years ago,
Yep.
what did they have this fight because this Bloody Affair did not have the famous deleted scene where Bill fights people in the. It's like Bill has one fight scene and they completely cut it out.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be in this, but it wasn't. You
don't
could find
think
the
it
scene
was either.
online.
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't have the extended animation scene.
No, because I think that was only finished recently, and I think
It
that's
was off.
probably it's got something because they tease releasing this every handful of years anyway, and I
Yeah.
think maybe that might be part of why they did it now.
Okay.
For real.
So, in the animated movie, if you guys haven't seen it, if it's been a while, there's the boss who kills Owen Ishii's parents, and he has a main henchman who does it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the theatrical cut, she only kills the boss, but you don't see her kill the main henchman, the main assassin guy. So the next 8 minutes is dedicated to that part. And when it first played, because Olivia and I is one of her favorite movies too. When it was played, we looked at each other and we were like, "That was cool, but I don't think it was entirely necessary to have it." But then when we get to Lucy Liu at the end,
It works so differently.
it never dawned on me that this is also Lucy Liu's movie. This is the thematic version of her becoming the thing she sought to take revenge on. And yes, is that in Kill Bill 1? Yes. But here's the difference. In Kill Bill theatrical cut, by not showing her kill the main head assassin and only the boss, that is not really driving home the point that she's becoming what she is, because she is Bill's main assassin. She is Bill's top dog, hardest assassin to kill. So that way she is becoming the main thing that they actually cut out. She's not Bill. She's that guy in the elevator. So to complete, because she's just an assassin for hire.
Right.
And then when you get to that tragedy there, I'm like, oh shit, this is also her movie. And it never dawned on me that this is also Lucy Liu's film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was stronger. And the Crazy 88 fight, moments before it happened, I looked to Olivia, I'm like, is it going to be in color? And it was in color. I was like, and there's stuff in it that is not in the theatrical. I know that fight pretty well.
Oh, that's
And there's
cool.
stuff in it that's expanded. And it was, the whole thing was in color. And it was fucking gorgeous. I mean, it works as black and white, but man, does it pop better in color. So yeah, I think it is the definitive way to watch it. I will tell you what the post-credit scene is soon, but I want to hear your thoughts.
So I hadn't seen this in the theaters. I saw it. What year did it come out? 2005? Five, I think. 'Cause I think it's the 20th anniversary. So I saw it in 2005. I was
2003.
2003.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
The theaters at 13.
Yeah, so I was 15. I remember. So I still have a really hard time with. I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube.
The assault stuff?
Grape.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time with that as a narrative. So I remember when the scenes happen in the hospital, I was really turned off from the movie because I remember thinking they made the guys in that scene too cool, where they were like likable. But I was 15, and rewatching it now, I was like, oh, they're such pieces of shit. But as a 15-year-old, I didn't like that being a narrative, so I was like kind of turned off from the movie. And then I remember the way it ended. I was like, that's a little cheesy because I didn't know film yet. Like I did not understand the coolness of the choice.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the second one, I thought it was fine, but I was expecting the action of the first one again. So I remember both let me down in different ways.
Yeah.
So I never watched them again. That I considered this like lower tier Tarantino. Watching it now as a grown ass man with the knowledge of the whole journey, and then like with more film knowledge, what an experience. It went for, I literally gave I gave it 2 stars and now it's 4.
Yeah.
Like it doubled in my experience. I thought that obviously I've always thought the violence was beautifully rendered, but the emotional things work so much better for me. All of the snake iconography and like Michael Madsen's brokenness and the consequences of being a piece of shit as a person register so much more. Like the consequences of being an assassin for hire and how your life isn't great. Like I loved the metaphor of the sword and what that meant. Like all of it worked as a grown man.
Yeah.
I just think I saw it too early, and I think I was already an immature 15-year-old, much less a 15-year-old seeing it.
Yeah.
So I had a great time with it. I really loved it.
Oh,
Greg gave me
yeah.
my tickets. Thank you, Greg.
And if you get to experience it with the full chapters, like how chapter 1, because they tell it in a weird nonlinear way, but
The format's great.
But the chapter 1 of her being a person without a daughter, but then killing the mother and the daughter there, and the movie ending with her having her daughter.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a cool like narrative structure they're actually telling.
I had a similar thing with Scarface, where I didn't remember the second half of Scarface well. I only remembered the cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it for like 10 years. So for 10 years, I was like, why would I watch a movie that's like advocating for drug dealers that are thriving?
Most
Not
people
remembering-
don't remember the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
People love Scarface.
But that's the thing, is like I thought of Scarface as like a bad narrative that doesn't deliver on what it should. And then I rewatched it last year and I was like, wait, is Scarface a great cautionary tale? And I had the same thing with Kill Bill, where I was like, I think it succeeds at all the things I thought it failed at.
It was beautiful, brilliant, fucking loved it.
Loved it.
So the credits roll. And we're about to leave. And then a thing pops up. The lost chapter. Olivia and I freaking out. I thought it was going to be the scene. They're going to restore it. Because I'm like, that makes sense. The lost chapter. It starts to go. Tarantino's voice. He's voicing Bill.
All right.
What precedes is what I thought was kind of a spit in the face to fans. Genuinely. It almost ruined the entire thing for us. It's only 8 minutes long. It is the Fortnite thing. It is animated with like shitty, like not as good Spider-Verse stuff. Tonally, it's kiddish. She has her... So what this chapter is, I think it takes place right after she kills Vernita Green. And it's the girl with the crane. Her sister is going after her. And he calls this the lost chapter, meaning this was something that couldn't be in the original film. And you watch it and you're like, what a load of shit. Like
He made millions of dollars, wrote some bullshit for Fortnite.
What precedes is a childish thing that has a banana character, terrible dialogue, action that is like gun action that is not unique or cool. They don't even call it the pussy wagon. They change it. Yet they have swear words. There's like a teleportation moment. It becomes science fiction and it's 8 minutes long. I'm like, where would this have ever fit in your narrative?
What the
And
hell?
this is clearly, it was the only, like,
This sounds like a
the
studio
guy-
skit. This sounds like
this is
a
exactly
skit.
what I exactly told people.
What?
Remember the Ron Howard episode?
Yeah.
Where they watch the Ron Howard movie. They're
Yeah.
like, brilliant, beautiful. And then the credits are like, oh, it's still going.
Yeah.
And then it completely ruins the
This
entire
sounds like
film.
the studio, and especially Tarantino voicing it. This sounds like make believe.
So when it was done, Olivia and I were like, that was awful. Like we just looked at each other like, that was really bad. And then we just spent the car ride silent like, wow, that's like, I can't stop thinking about how like bad that was. I was like, why? This is the last thing you're leaving your audience with.
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
Oh shit.
Because I didn't like the movie, and then I did. I would have not again.
Dude, it fucking like, it was like, why would you do this to the fans?
He made a Fortnite ad at the end of his
It's
masterpiece.
a Fortnite movie ad that doesn't fit in at all.
This
tonally,
sounds farcical.
stylistically. It is. I thought it was like an insult
That's
to
maybe he
everyone
doesn't.
who sat through this for 4.5 hours.
Maybe don't make your 10th movie, Tarantino. Maybe you're not the guy anymore.
Like, as with the credits, when the
Wow.
credits were going, we were going back and forth. She's like, I think she was like, I think there'd be a cool like prequel miniseries they could make. And I'm like, I think they should do Kill Bill 3. They should do that. Like, we were going back
Zendaya.
and forth. Yeah, we were going back and forth. And then right when it was done, we're like, I don't think you should
Don't make
continue.
Kill Bill 3. Please do not
I don't
touch
think
Kill
you should
Bill
do
3.
anything. Like, I guess this is who he is
Wow.
now, And it's weird to watch the restoration pure film way. And then
20
the
years ago.
sellout thing at the very end.
Attached to the art. Wow.
Crazy.
Tarantino loves Fortnite,
I
you
was-
guys.
oh,
He's an
Obviously, it's from
avid
the heart.
gamer.
Everyone knows.
Like, I think maybe you can enjoy it as but it's definitely not. Even if it was in the script originally, it's definitely changed for fucking Fortnite.
I was missing the teleportation elements.
Yeah, I was missing the science fiction special juice element that Bill makes to give her superpowers.
When there wasn't a banana-based character, I noticed, and I was wondering why no potassium here.
And the animation isn't good either. Oh yeah, it was really
Well, the
not.
Crazy 88 fight was originally supposed to all be bananas.
Oh,
and then
that
they
makes
they
sense.
could only afford the yellow track.
Is anyone in the
Yeah.
chat?
So-
Did anyone in the chat see it?
Are they defending Fortnite banana?
I can. This was so bad. I was so upset.
Wow.
I was like, we should have left. And just
I'm
had
glad
the
I
good
did.
taste in
I'm
our
so
mouths.
glad I did because I had a good time. Also, the fact that I was like, yeah, I thought that was a post credit. You're like 8 minutes. I was like, certainly not.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
The Fortnite thing looks so bad from what little I saw of it.
Yeah. You can't. The fact he called the lost chapter, meaning this is
So
this is
insulting.
part of it.
So insulting.
Why'd you do
It's also
this?
such bad writing to be like, and it's her sister.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds so thin.
Oh man. Anyway, want to read some super chats?
Let's read some super chats. On that note, I'm so glad you
Hell
asked me what I
yeah.
thought first.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, let's super chat.
I mean, still definitive way to watch it. Brilliant time. I would just say skip that.
Finish the credits, turn it off.
Finish the credits, leave. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, gang.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll
Whoa,
fix it.
we got a bunch.
We'll fix it. All right, here we go. We got some super chats. Thank you guys for chiming
Thank
in.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Screen Speak, you're up first. Appreciate ya. How to get more views and likes on my normal videos? I don't seem to get as many as I do on my shorts. What can I do to get people interested in my movie channel?
Gosh, that is every time I think I got it figured out, you just fucking, oh great, no, it's underperforming. So much of the time, you got to learn SEO, you got to learn timing, everyone has a different algorithm for their channel, and it's very common for shorts to get more views. YouTube really promotes that. It's like shorts get more views, but ad revenue pretty awful on it.
Doesn't translate. It's pennies.
Yeah, it's really not great. Maybe you can use it to help promote another video, but even then the views don't really translate that well. And if you're mainly doing shorts, they might be only prioritizing your shorts over your normal videos.
And your audience
know?
might want shorts, and then you defeat the
Yeah.
purpose of.
And so that's why we're trying to be consistent with our live streams. That way it actually gets pushed more to our audience now, because if we're only doing it once in a while.
It took a
it'll
while
get
for us
pushed.
to.
Yeah, it's been like growing steadily,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, that's a much deeper question. You have to like literally look up a bunch of YouTube videos, and you have to study your analytics like a mofo. It's a lot of monotonous, and every month it's a new deep dive for me every month, because the thing is YouTube is always changing how to get your videos successful. They're always changing it, and if you're running your own channel, it is just kind of a pain in the ass, but rewarding when you figure it out.
My October is the worst month I've ever had on my channel since I've been using it actively. So I also know like a lot of people are struggling with like the late fall. But I've had to like change my thumbnail style. I've had to change my titling style. I've had to, do everything I could. So it's trial and error for me
Yeah, and they are put
on a smaller scale.
They also start to favor and push stuff, and you never really know. And then they want, before it was like you want to get more views from your subscribers. Now they care about a thing called reach, where you want to get it from your not subscribed as much.
Yeah.
Then you hear a lot of people do intros on videos of like, I'm noticing like 51% of you or 60% of you aren't subscribed. I'm like, well, YouTube's kind of doing that intentionally.
Yeah.
To push it. So yeah, it's just it's complicated, man. You got to be really consistent though. That is the main thing, is consistency. At the end of the day, it's consistency. But also evaluating. If you just keep doing the same thing over and over without evaluating, then you're never going to grow. I wish I could give like the most prophetic advice, but I really can't. Yeah.
I've already asked.
It's all good. We appreciate any insight. Shane Adams, thank you for chiming in, Shane. Loved the Supergirl trailer. Might be biased because I love the comic, but I can understand the skepticism because of the Guardians of the Galaxy feel. However, I love Guardians movies, and people are overlooking Craig Gillespie.
Yeah, it's not the dislike for Guardians. It's the idea of just wanting something different. That's what audiences really want. They want something different. They want something unique. I think the nostalgia farming is not going to work as strong unless I'm wrong about something. I mean, something
We got
like
AI for that.
a Disney movie will do it. A good nostalgia farm. But for this new age, as superhero cinema is having a hard time, you've got to do something different in order to regain an audience. Otherwise, people are going to be like, it's just more of the same.
And the excitement I think we all had for the slate was, oh, we're going from Superman to Supergirl to Clayface. Those are all so different. Oh, we're going from Creature Commandos, Peacemaker. Like, the variety is the thing. I think they know that, both from the launch and also from my experience in talking with them. I do think this, personally, I think this trailer was to sell more than it's exactly the film's tone, and I think that makes sense this early out, but I don't want people to just assume I'm shilling. I hope that as well.
Well, they're trying to get a lot of trailers up in front of Avatar.
Yeah.
That's the main goal.
And it makes sense. It's the big movie of the year.
Yeah, it's the billions of dollar movie. I hope it fails.
People just go for the trailers. Get out of there. Apparently, they're releasing the Odyssey prologue thing with 70mm prints of One Battle. So I'm gonna go.
Oh, is that why One Battle's so hyper sold out? Because I was kept trying to get tickets just to watch One Battle.
I'm going to see it for the Odyssey. I mean, I'm going to see it by One Battle again, but I didn't know the Odyssey, and then I read that today.
I was literally just trying to go for One Battle.
Yeah, I
but
saw
I'm
it.
like, fuck, this shit's just selling.
So
so
what's
There's
going
like
on?
no seats available.
I want to see it in 70mm because we saw it in IMAX.
We did.
I want to see it in 70.
We saw it. It was 70mm.
Was it?
Yeah.
That screen's just
But
slightly
the
ratio.
but the
I mean,
universal
IMAX is a 70mm format.
but Universal
It's not
IMAX is
always-
huge.
yeah, the
It's not always the square aspect ratio.
and that's what I was missing, and I want to see it like blah.
But thanks for support, and I'm glad you're very, very positive.
And I'm glad you
about
read the comic.
And that's true. That I didn't think about that. There are some people where they do see Guardians and they go, "I like Guardians. I want to."
That's
watch
what I'm
it."
saying. They're
Yeah,
s-
so
I think they're selling that.
There will be that audience, and I'm just not that audience member personally. And I feel like the numbers kind of speak to that.
How's it doing?
I mean, I don't know how it's doing right now.
All right.
But
I'm curious what the zeitgeist says about it.
you know, they're going to combine all the trailer numbers from every single upload they did.
8
and then they're going to go,
billion.
this is the most popular trailer ever shown in the history of mankind.
I'm so glad we didn't get Doomsday this morning at like 5 a.m.
I would have been up.
I know, I checked. I woke up. I'm a man of my word. I hated it, but I was up checking.
Can we move on, please?
Yes, sir. All right. Nave, thank you for chiming in. I think Supergirl might be better than Superman.
I think we have 7 months to decide that.
I think it very much could be because Superman had to do setup and combine, and they're not directly adapting something where I think there's an easier guide when you're adapting something specific.
Yeah. Which is weird they don't do it more often.
I know. When the comic is a movie.
Yeah, the comic's so cinematic, and the writing's so perfect for this.
Like some comics should be shows.
Sure.
But then there's some comics where like, there's a movie right here.
Yeah.
Just make that.
This is one of those.
Yeah, and you're okay, you know.
Yeah, I have high stakes and high hopes for this.
I think that's why Zack Snyder's least divisive film is 300.
Right.
Because it is one
Follow
comic.
the-
Follow that. Even though he makes changes, it is a formula, and there is right here. Make that, you know.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Nave. Expert criminal. Thanks for bringing your expertise. My YouTube Wrapped says I watched 890 videos this year.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Thank you guys for keeping me sane. I escape my life through these videos. Best humans ever.
Oh, thank you.
800. Okay.
I gotta say, man, like so many people it keeps getting added to us on our Instagram, especially. So thank you for following us and doing that. Like so many people keep coming at us with like, oh, I'm at 0.1%. I've seen this many videos, and it is really heartwarming. It's hard to receive that. But so seriously though, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being such dedicated viewers. Really, really do appreciate it. And for those who keep coming back every week to watch Coy and I and John every week, thank you for doing this, man. This really means a lot.
I'm always tired, and I always wonder, I'm like just dying too fast. And then I saw the Wraps, and I realized that I was on 7 different podcasts that made people's top 10, and that's not everything I do. And it really hit me that like I'm outputting enough for the exhaustion I feel, and it felt really good. So you guys like
Nice.
help my sanity a bit because I think I'm a little bitch a lot. Like when I'm tired, I'm like, I do YouTube. I'm not like a coal miner. Why am I fucking exhausted? But then I was tagged in 7 different shows hundreds of times, and I was like, oh, I'm doing too much. But thank you. So thank you. I appreciate it.
But the amount of coal miners that watch our videos is
Fucking
astronomical.
astronaut.
That's
Big
usually
market.
who's
Big
messaging us.
market. They're in the mines on their
Mines.
phones.
They get surprisingly great
It's
signal down
insane.
there.
The Black Lung
Just
brought to you
watching
by
movie
Real
reactions.
Rejects.
Yeah. Great movie reactions down there.
All right, extra criminal. Appreciate you. Deadshot DC. Thing I'm happy about is the cinematography and lighting doesn't look like Superman. Feel like that was a bit of an issue with Marvel recent stuff. Was that they hardly felt unique and just sort of bland.
We went frame by frame, and I definitely felt like it was a really stunning visual palette when we slowed it down. And I stand by the fact that it's out in 7 months, so I think we haven't seen. This is the tip of the iceberg visually, so I'm excited.
Oh, there's so many scenes. There's so much to cover.
Yeah,
We haven't even really got like a full space shot yet.
right.
You know,
like with that
there-
one fraction of yelling,
There's so much to go cover.
and that
so,
taste of Green Planet. Oof.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like you ain't seen nothing yet.
Very
Do you think
excited.
Comet is a horse? In
I'm
it?
so
Do you think
curious
Comet
about
will be in
Comet.
it?
Comet's such a weird character.
Yeah.
Comet's a pre-crisis character. I'm not going to reveal why he's weird, but Comet is a Pegasus, and it's a character from another era. I'm really curious if they do
He
that.
was formerly a human, right?
Yeah.
or something, and then turned into a horse.
And it is something that it would be tricky to navigate in a modern film, but
I think you got to go full weird, man.
it'd be crazy.
I think you got to go full weird.
James and I were talking about the evolution of comic book film at that event, and we were talking. I brought up the X-Men suits, and I was like, I feel like this is one of those things where there's a visual language evolution that this comic could be. Like when we look at the X-Men black leather up until today's modern suits, I'm like,
Yeah.
this could be like a launching point of like a visual aesthetic. And we had a really cool talk about the evolution, and then I brought up pre-crisis versus post-crisis, and I was like, I've been seeing what I hope the DCU to be as like a post-crisis comic book thing. And he's like, you're a nerd, Coy. And I was like, that's true, James. We had a really good talk about that, the scaling.
I think safety with movies has to be done with.
Yeah, dude.
The reason why is because we consume so much media beyond movies and shows. Like all of us are practically consuming media in some form or another, so we're constantly craving something different.
Yeah.
So samesies has to be done with, and so yeah, I like the way this is looking, and I hope the movie leans more into that in their post production.
And weird leaves an impact.
Yes.
Think of it.
It
We
does.
just watched 20 years later, The Bone Temple. That movie's weird as hell.
Yeah.
I love
And
that
it
movie.
seems
It's a
to,
weird ass movie.
and weird stuff is unique stuff.
I talked about that movie for an hour outside the theater. I haven't done that with most movies lately.
Well, weird doesn't always equal good,
True. But it does leave impact.
but it does leave impact. Yeah.
Well, and it's a swing. Like I'll take weird because at least you're swinging for something rather than the same thing I've seen 1,000.
And if you've
times.
seen 28 Years Later, you know Samson is swinging something.
But people forget that's why that's why Guardians of the Galaxy was
Worked.
such a hit. It was weird and different.
And good.
Yeah. You got to be weird, different, good.
Guys, that's it. Just make it weird, different, and good. Simple.
How hard is that to do?
Come on.
all right,
Frankenstein. Weird, different, good.
Weird, different, good. One battle after another.
Weird, different, good. All box office hits.
Weird, different, good.
Lilo and Stitch, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Minecraft movie. Weird, different, good.
Lilo and Stitch, shot for shot, but some shot. Weird, different, good.
Hit the 3 quadrants.
That's how it's done, guys.
3 quadrants. I don't know. Silhouetted animator.
Thanks,
Interesting
buddy.
to note. Thank you for noting. The newspaper date that Crypto tinkles on reads
Oh.
Thursday, October 4th. The only recent dates that matches with is 2018 and 2029, so some Daily Bugle editor forgot the weekday.
Whoa, that is
Wow.
that is fucking specific.
That is some sleuthing.
Shit.
I
Hey, man.
respect the sleuthing.
Maybe the first Monday in this universe was on a different day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a vast multiverse out there, and their calendars got to all be a little different.
I appreciate. I didn't even think to look up the dates. That's such a funny thing.
Yeah, that is so. I
Such a
respect
Reddit
that.
thing to contribute.
That's some Eric Voss shit. I respect you.
I was gonna say, is that a date significant to comic publishing?
Who
Coy?
knows?
2029 hasn't happened yet.
Well, no, but-
well, no. What was the other date?
Well, yeah.
2018. The comic came out after the pandemic, so it wouldn't have been there.
Well, October 4th.
I'm trying to think of. No, not that I know of. That's a. I mean, I'm gonna get some googling, but I no.
All right.
Appreciate you.
What's his next question?
We're moving on. Thank you, Silhouetted Animator goes on to say, we gotta have One Way or Another by Blondie. If they're pulling out Call Me from the same era, I'm gonna get you one way.
Did you like the song choice for Call Me? This one, we didn't discuss that.
I thought it made sense because it's someone like offering help.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, it feels like a Supergirl anthem of like, I got you. Call me. Like to me, it made sense, and it's also that punk rock, that girl power, high energy.
Yeah. It fits.
Narratively, it fits.
It fits. Good contribution we had there.
Yeah, look at us.
Maybe they can
Look at
get
that
Debbie
assessment.
Harry to do a cameo.
October 4th was the debut of Dick Tracy.
Oh,
And this movie is definitely honoring Dick
Definitely
Tracy.
that.
obviously
yeah.
yellow.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy. She doesn't have a dick.
And kids like to trace comics. Here we go.
October 4th.
It all makes sense. And what else makes sense is Jordan Garza chiming in. Love to hear from you. Love you guys. Hope your December has been jolly.
Jolly.
Miracle shout out. Hell yeah. Coy, I appreciate your support on my Animal Man art. Trying to grow my page. And y'all can appreciate some handmade art. So thanks for real.
Jordan Garza, I've got something to say that's a compliment, not an insult. I'll make sure it comes out that way. I love you. I see your name all the time. You're always supportive. You're always great. I didn't even realize that was your art, and I shared it because how good it was, not because it was yours. That's a compliment. I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is dope art. And I just immediately shared it. Now that I know it's yours, so glad I did. You're a delight.
Can't wait to AI his art.
Just scan it. Make sure you steal all the style, all of the years of work.
Might as well.
Yours
Dope
now.
prompt, my guy.
You know, you could draw way faster if you just like
Steal it.
type in a few words.
Plagiarize it. Like McDonald's.
We're democratizing art
For the everyman.
for people who don't want to go through the hassle of making art.
You want to skip the
Silhouetted
trauma of
animator.
making yourself an artist? Boy, oh boy, do I have some buttons for you.
Silhouetted animator. Thank you for a three-peat. The alien bar in this honestly reminds me of the fixed point bar in Legends of Tomorrow's final season, where time travelers and aliens hanged out and had earthly knickknacks.
Fixed point bar Arrowverse.
Your boy didn't watch Legends of Tomorrow. I apologize. There were a lot of shows on the CW.
Oh, so it doesn't aesthetically look that similar to it, but I guess like theme-wise and point-wise, I guess is what he's getting at here.
All right, all right.
I highly doubt they're taking from Legends of Tomorrow. I forgot
we
Lo-
got
Tomorrow was-
humans in that one Marvel movie. So
It's kind of crazy how the DC universe had like 20. That doesn't. I don't want that to be a forgotten time of DC. It was like 23 years of CW.
I don't think it's
television.
going to be forgotten. I think when we get like a crisis event in movies, which I think James Gunn is nerdy enough to do, I think that he'll like.
It's extremely impactful.
I mean, he's friends with Rosie. I feel like it'd be awesome to have them in there.
Like so much audience doesn't. They got big with Arrow.
Right.
You know,
Arrow, who was playing Batman.
Yeah, they just made him Batman Begins, but you know, it was like fucking effective.
And then Flash and
And then
Supergirl.
they
Like, it
made
went
effective
insane.
Flash show, man. It's pretty cool. And Supergirl and then Superman and Lois, like they introduced a lot of characters to the mainstream.
And they made characters that would never have gotten, like, someone knows Black Lightning because of that.
exactly
Like, that's impressive. So, yeah, all the flowers to the CW.
they absolutely deserve it.
And they had really obscure characters, and like they cast actors to play them, and that got careers. Like, it did a lot for acting, TV, comics. Like, I think they're a net positive.
Yeah,
I like when like the CW started a lot of careers, and the WB did before that. I auditioned for Jimmy Olsen for 3 rounds before Makad Brooks got it.
did you get it?
Didn't get.
Oh.
Talked with Skylar a lot about it, though. We compared our
Cool.
Jimmy Olsen perspectives because we
Jersey-
were dressed the same at the premiere, and we thought that was funny as Jimmy's Olsen.
Did you ever see the Birds of Prey show?
I did not. I remember it, though.
Yeah, it was Batman and Catwoman had a daughter.
Yeah, Helena Wayne.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
think
Helena?
I don't remember. Actually.
right. Huntress?
She was Huntress.
Yeah.
so it must have been.
Probably.
Yeah, but she was kind of like Jackie Chan's daughter.
In the animated series? No.
Like I don't know Jackie Chan's real daughter.
Oh, like
Estranged
no,
from
like,
being
oh, I
gay?
see.
Not
I was
really,
like, did
yeah.
they do that in the
Yeah.
the show? Yeah, that's not fun.
Jackie Chan's not a good dad.
It's unfortunate because I love Jackie Chan. And that fake daughter thing that happened, awkward.
well, and they're always, people always coming out and being like, "Oh yeah, Jackie Chan was here for this thing. He's so great. He's such a nice guy." And I'm like, "Cool."
Just not when it comes
Be
to
sick
family.
if he could do that.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Ethan T, he's asking, does that mean no live tomorrow? Nope, today's the live.
Today's live.
Tomorrow? Oh, we got to do.
Tomorrow
we gotta
comes
do
today.
We got to do a Knives Out movie.
God,
Comes
It is
out
out tomorrow.
midnight.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm
We
excited
got
for that.
Knives, midnight shoot for knives,
Midnight shoot.
mid-knives.
A Master Rick. What is it? Master Riz?
Let's see. We got Master Riz. Oh, look out now. Hide your daughters. Coy has met Millie Alcock.
I have.
Jealous AF over here.
I was not expecting her to be so tiny. I was also it was really cool to see someone who's been a TV star to her scale get a movie, but also like there aren't usually these kind of events for, you know, say House of the Dragon or any of the work she did in Australia. So I could tell it was a lot for her, but she was so gracious with everyone, and that meant a lot to me as like someone about to embark on playing a hero. When you're surrounded by 80 people and you're not used to being like in that position, I could tell it was alarming, but she never was not gracious, and she also was like really cool with everyone I saw her talking to. So that went a long way for me. And then when I went to talk to her, there was a complete and total miscommunication. I asked everyone very clearly at the beginning of the event if they were wanting filming or not, and they said, yeah, film, but it needs to be released after the trailer. We had a whole conversation. It was very clear. I was cool with filming Craig Gillespie. It was cool for me to film my moment with Peter Safran, who doesn't usually go on camera. I was very flattered. There was no room for me and James to film because 80 people swarmed and we were talking like this close. But when I went to Millie, I thought I could film so I could share it with you guys on my page. But immediately everyone was like, no cameras. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then there was an immediate like, I'm sorry, Millie, for whatever just happened and made this entire interaction really awkward. And then she was like, no. And we had a really good talk about the character. And to see her switch gears from like, what's happening to like, oh, I'm an actor and here's some thought. Really great sign for her press tour. And I just had a really good interaction with the person that is Millie Alcock. She's great.
Oh, that's so cool, Coy.
It was solid.
But did you ask her about making out with Matt Smith?
I was definitely like, yo, Maddie S., what kind of kiss-a-dough?
What that tongue do?
Tell me about that Doctor's Who. No, I next time. What's that TARDIS do?
Oh, is it really bigger on the inside?
But yeah, she seems great.
They're Doctor Who references. They don't have to make sense. They have to be
really
relevant
bigger
to
on
the
the
show.
But she seems great from our limited interaction. She was lovely.
All right. Ethan T's back. Thank you, Ethan T. And I'm glad that you're best friends with Millie Alcock.
That's it.
Ethan T says, also, little fun fact no one asked for. I spent 117 days in a row on your vids
No
for Better
fucking
Man.
way.
For Better Man. That's how sad and passionate I am. Hyped for Lobo. 117 days asking for this movie.
That's insane, man. Thank you.
That's incredible.
That's fucking great.
I don't know if I've ever loved anything that much to like comment.
It's almost like that. Someone keeps commenting for us to react to like Beau is Afraid or something like that. There's day 1 million of trying to get someone to react to something. There are a couple movies people really continually ride for.
I'm glad we watched the trailer for you, Ethan
But
T.
a trailer in this context is easier to ride for.
Hell yeah.
Jose, don't worry about it.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
doing that.
chiming in. Hey, where's Coy's cape? Have a good stream, guys.
Yeah, where's your cape?
I wasn't invited to react to the trailer because I'd already seen it. So I wasn't here as the Cape Gang this morning. I'm going rogue. Next time. I'm sorry. I didn't wear my cape. I didn't dress for the part. I apologize.
Yeah, you bitch.
I failed you. It's on me.
Okay. Ethan T.
No more capes.
Ethan T again. Just to reiterate, I literally commented 117 days in a row for this film, even if my girlfriend won't watch it with me. Love you guys.
I am
Justice
fascinated by
for Ethan. We need to get
You don't have a girlfriend. Come on.
the life and times of Ethan
girls
T.
love Better Man.
I am fascinated by Ethan T. Like his goals, his life, the lady. Dude.
I'm from the 90s. Nerds don't get girls. Come on.
Where's the Ethan T. biopic?
Jeez.
I want to see it.
You're just in your mom's basement reading comics.
Nerds aren't making the biggest art in pop culture.
Drinking a Slurpee
You're in your
and
mom's
eating
basement,
hot dogs.
listening to Robbie Williams album.
Where's my Better Man? Hot dog mustard on my shirt.
Bet Ethan T's hot.
As I wear my Goonies tee. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ethan T.
Bet you feel real good about that time investment. All right, Danny. Thank you for chiming in. Joker Shoes Guy. Hashtag
Fuck
Coy
yeah.
for DCU Aquaman. Shouts out to Danny. That was an age ago.
Yeah.
got those sick ass
Yeah,
shoes.
He made me he custom made shoes where one shoe is Heath Ledger Joker and the other is Arthur Fleck before
Oh,
Joker
cool.
Folia do. But you know,
when people liked that Joker,
when that Joker meant something.
when it was revered. Commendable. I would
dope
definitely,
shoes.
if I was a better actor, want to be Green Arrow. But as a not good actor, Aquaman seems easier.
Very true.
I also can't swim.
You can't swim.
Don't know how to swim.
You just gotta punch it. Just punch the water. You'll
That
float.
would kill. What? Like Ali showed that's not true.
Do you want to take advice from someone who knows how to swim,
You just punch it.
or do you want to take advice from someone who doesn't know how to
Do
swim?
you punch
yourself?
vertical or horizontal?
Do you think I know what the difference is?
It's all uppercuts.
It's all uppercuts.
So I plank and just punch down and I'll float, or am I on the ground standing punching out? Make it.
I think
room.
with enough force, you create enough momentum.
It
where
propels
it
you.
Propels you up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. New technique. Gonna try it out.
It's basic. It's physics.
Haymakers. They get you further.
Basic physics.
I'm ready.
Let's move on.
Ready to
before-
learn.
before Coy stops learning.
All right. Thank you for the education, Danny. Ray Torres, thank you for chiming in. Hey, everyone. Hope you all have a great weekend. I got nothing to ask this week, so just take my money.
Thanks, Ray.
Much love. Love to hear it.
Appreciate you being here, though, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for the contribution, man.
Hell yeah, Ray.
That's really nice. of you.
All right. Silhouetted Animators back again. My guess on Jared Padalecki and Misha Collins' characters is right. A lot of people in the chat were pointing out Misha Collins' Castiel will be in The Boys Season 5 as well. Mr. Marathon, Jared, and Jack from Jupiter, Misha. Boys readers, what do you say?
I'm looking them up. I don't know. I didn't get that far into the Boys comics.
Charlie Flicks Fix is crying in the chat.
I haven't
saying,
read them
"Leave
since
Ethan
06."
alone."
The Boys comics are just so, like, a little too mean-spirited.
They're
for
so
where I'm at in
mean.
my life.
Yeah.
Like, this is not, I need a little bit of heart here. This is just so mean.
Yeah, it's really like angry, and it's like it's mad at the world and the audience, and that's really hard. I liked them at the time, but I haven't been able to reread them, so I'm not sure who I'd cast for them because it's been like 20 years.
So Mr. Marathon in the lore is the original speedster for the 7 before A-Train took over. And Jack from Jupiter is a major member of the 7 who looks like an alien, orange skin, no nose,
Oh, I remember him. Yeah, he's on a bunch of covers.
and he's human,
Eric Robertson art.
but no compound V.
Oh, that's fun. I like that for Misha Collins.
Well, it said, according to this, he's a major member of the Boys, so it would be cool to get a unused character
For this
who was
final
a major
season.
member of the character of the Boys. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Good guesses all around.
I like it.
And they didn't show him Misha Collins, so it's actually not a bad guess. And I could from looking at those expressions, I could see that being Misha Collins.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully. We'll see. Silhouette Animator goes on to say, even if Homelander is silencing Ryan as theorized, Marie Moreau could resurrect him. Maybe the challenge there is how much damage Homelander did. ... Do we have any?
Oh, there is no like Marie Monroe in this trailer. I thought we get a little bit. I mean, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
to appear in here, considering the ending of the. I feel like that would be smart to actually show them, or I don't know. It could go one of two ways. You show them, and it might make people feel like, I don't want to make the time to watch Gen V. So should I watch The Boys? Will I be lost? Or would
The
it
Marvel
make
problem.
Or would it make people go, oh, I should watch Gen V before The Boys? You know, I don't really know which direction would be the smart way to do it.
I like the world building of the Gen V, but we're comic people. I don't know if it'll suit the day-to-day person.
That's fair. But it seems like there'll be a big part of it.
Whenever people say you need to watch this before a Marvel movie, the loudest people go, homework, but I never know if they're the outliers or that's how people feel.
I think that's how people feel. People
So maybe no Gen V?
people don't like doing homework already.
But like
in
it's
school.
watching a movie. Like it's a fun. The activity itself by nature is enjoyment.
I know,
But it does. I create a pressure.
That's true.
It
An
does
obligation
turn
is
something
unfortunate.
enjoyable into something more complicated.
yeah.
And something that requires you to structure it out over time and be good at planning, and then you are doing it.
And if you've started something and you're like, oh, I needed to see that and I didn't, that feels unfun.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
What else you got?
all right, Screw the system. Jonathan's here to talk to us. Thanks for chiming in.
Thanks, Jonathan.
You guys should reach out to the H3 people for live streaming tips. Best in the game. Let's get old Ethan on the horn.
Let's just
Ethan,
talk to one of the biggest channels out there.
yeah, why not? Why not?
I mean, it's fair advice. I'm sure they would have great advice. I'm sure they have like a whole team of. That's usually what a lot of these live stream teams have. There's a whole live stream team surrounding them, where they don't think about these things. But you know, we're still here. We're building it.
One off-camera employee.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see what we can do to get
That's,
them on the
that's
horn.
the. I was gonna say that's the shirt I want to design. Just like Alex standing alone.
If you wearing a shirt that says off-camera employee in big block text.
Yes.
This is my off-camera uniform. Sebastian Yuntz, thanks for chiming into the chat. What's better than a stream on Friday? A stream on Thursday! Love you guys. Paramount back in the running to buy WB? I thought it was SSD Stevie Wonder.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
The Paramount thing.
Ted Sarandos is pretty. He seems very concrete on the idea of that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like some things you get out of his control, but ultimately, I feel like that has to be his decision, right? I don't really know how some of this works.
I don't know how many more business.
don't.
I mean, that to that scale.
I mean,
when they say
it's-
billions, I'm
no
like, what are you talking
one
about?
really wins. The audience won't really win. What would you rather, if you had to choose an evil to go with, Netflix or Paramount? Which is the one?
Comcast Universe. Between the two,
Paramount at least seems to care about theatrical, but they really do want their streaming service to go bigger. You know, they can't just have a bunch of Dexter shows. They need
they got those like really
they got
like
those like
they got the-
Landman.
yeah, I was gonna
and
say they
yeah,
got all the alt-right shows.
yeah,
So like
which
those do
look really cool.
if they do well.
Are they like alt-right shows, or do they just happen to get the alt-right audience more because of where it
That's
takes
a fair
place
question, yeah,
stuff?
and what
Like-
they're drawn to.
Like, do I watch Tulsa King and go, "You're pushing right-wing values my way," or
Is it
it's just
I
a
happen to like a
entertaining
masculine
show?
energy? Yeah,
like I
that's
saw
fair.
the Landman
Is this
trailer. And I was
dadcore, and it just happens to appeal to a lot of
Yeah.
right-leaning folks.
That's what I'd like to think. Like I hope that's the thing, but I haven't seen any of it.
I watched Landman trailers. Like, this show looks cool. I'm not like I'm gonna,
Suddenly, I hate everyone around me.
Well, I mean, that has been a thing, too, is like stuff like that. And like there was that whole period where, what was it, 1923 or whatever the other version of that show is with Kevin Costner was like the biggest thing for a minute there.
And I really like Taylor Sheridan, so I'd like to think it's the positive side of that. But I think Paramount has a lot of benefits for the theatrical experience. I worry about one channel owning that much of the news media. Like I'm more worried about that element than anything. But then Netflix has promised they want to do theatrical, and I do think buying Warner Brothers would be a way for them to have an entire theatrical side without having to like learn how to start it. Like they'd just jump into it.
That's fair.
So I think Netflix would actually do more theatrical than people fear.
One can hope. One can hope. They should just have a Netflix theater, and that way they can still reap the profits.
They do. They own the Egyptian theater.
Yeah.
And a couple others.
They bought some of them
They should
after the
get more.
pandemic.
They should just buy AMC.
Then boom.
They already got the colors. Just change the
Done.
letter.
Just buy
Bum,
AMC. If they bought a major theater chain, then you got one job taken care of right there.
Another monopoly.
Reopen all the arc lights.
Stack them up.
Reopen all the arc lights and make them Netflix. The Netflix Cinerama Dome.
But then we might start getting some of those TV shows,
Which I want bad.
which would be
And Stranger Things getting released in
cool.
theaters is also a good sign.
It would be cool.
We'll see.
Let's move on now. Thank you.
It's almost as if they recognize the opportunity to make cold hard cash the old-fashioned way instead of like guessing over watch time and view count.
Almost.
Jose, don't worry about it. Back in action. Thank you for chiming in again. Do you think the hand washing scene from Woman of Tomorrow makes it into the movie?
Coy, son, it's been 6 months. I don't remember what he's talking about.
Hand washing scene from
I remember major plot points and main issues.
Oh, that is a cute scene in the bathroom. It's innocuous enough. I could see that being a nice little moment of levity. It's a moment where she teaches Ruthie how to wash her hands because she grows up in such an impoverished place. She doesn't know how. She doesn't know the purpose. Like, she doesn't know why one would.
Wow, I don't remember.
It's a really beautiful moment of levity, but it's also super heartfelt. It's like really powerful. It's only 3 pages, but yeah, it's. I think it makes it in. That's an important enough moment,
You need those human tender moments. They make the world of difference.
especially with alien. Like you want those things to feel like, oh wow, this is. And it also shows like the world she comes from, which changes like the perspective on the father and everything he did for her. Her father's a rock farmer. Like it's a very rough world. So I love this scene. Thank you for reminding me of that. But yes, I think that makes it in.
Good calls.
And thanks for the quickness, John.
Trying to get you a visual aid. But
Yeah,
it's not relevant anymore.
It came to me. I got it. I got there.
All right.
But I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Trying to turn this from 3.5 to 2.5 hours. So
Can it be
we're
done?
almost
All right.
we're on track for the most part.
all right.
We'll have another refresh
Live at like
here,
11:40.
But yeah, silhouetted animator, and then we'll do a refresh, check the Streamlabs, come back. The ocean will be polluted, and the ocean will blame the deep. Oily fish shot.
I definitely think the fish realized that he's been corrupted.
The deep has to die.
Yeah, he's too pretty.
He has to die, or he'll carry on. And
Gen V3.
do you think the boys' universe will carry on?
They got like 10 spinoffs.
without Homelander, though.
I don't know, because I really enjoyed Gen V Season 1. I didn't enjoy Gen V Season 2 as much as I wanted to. I don't know what that means for like those other spinoffs. Like, is it a one pop, or is it once it goes away, are we all like,
They should just enter the multiverse.
yeah.
King.
I don't know what other show. There's other superhero commentary shows.
Should enter the Watchmen world.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Rorschach
Just go
and
into
the
studio.
Deep just hanging out.
Just Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg actually just made a show in the boys' universe, and he was like the star of it. I'd watch that.
Would watch of the studio crossover.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. We're gonna do a refresher.
Seth Rogen, come on the show.
Yeah, we're
That's a
gonna
good
do
theory, man.
refresh. And we're
I
gonna
hate all the
check in.
torturing the animals that show does.
It's rough, but they know you makes you feel like it works, but it's rough.
All right. Let's check
Sometimes
out-
it is really funny though.
All right. Sorry, just a sec. Let's check
All good.
in with the Streamlabs. Hooray!
Spine's hurting a little
All right. Oh, we got a handful.
I'm just gonna,
Golly,
like-
we got a bunch.
Oh boy.
You son of a bitch. Look at this guy. Oh, you clever duck, you.
Yeah, I thought you were factoring those in because I was like, we only have 15? Where's the 20 coming from? All right. Steven, thank you for chiming in, kicking us off on the Streamlab front. Heard a wild theory this week with Avengers Endgame having no post-credit scene previously that they are going to put one on it to set up Doomsday when it is in theaters in September. Do you think this could be true? Love from the Hugh.
I hope not.
I've heard the same.
I don't like that idea at all.
Well, what if Tony Stark was the most important person to Doctor Doom? And we in Avengers to remind you about that. So, frankly, if they've got Downey acting like Iron Man in the preview of the chairs, we need to remind people.
I know how to fix this. This limited release will solve all our problems.
With a post-credit scene.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
That's what I'm hearing.
I really don't want them to do that.
Well, it's the best way to negate the importance of Phase 5 and 6.
They might just do some special preview. I like the idea of it being more of a direct sequel to Endgame in some ways. But then
That
if
negates
it's
all of Phase 4 and
but
5.
then it doesn't make sense with all the Phase 4 or 5 characters that are.
It really, I'm worried,
leading
man.
It's a weird thing, but that's all rumors. It's not nothing.
It's all rumors. I've
Did
heard
the
that as
Russos
well.
say it's a sequel to Endgame? Was that something the Russos actually said?
I haven't heard that.
Or is that a
I heard
theory?
about this post-credit scene, but I haven't heard that Endgame sequel.
I can't wait to have eggs later.
It's what, 8 days till, or a week now? A week
Okay.
until it drops.
So they strongly suggest
All right.
is being framed as a direct continuation of Endgame because the Russo brothers stopped watching Marvel movies after they
Like,
made
I don't
Endgame.
want to do the 20 hours.
I don't want to watch. I don't want to do all that
You want me
homework.
to watch homework? You want me to watch WandaVision before I make a show with Wanda in it?
It's too much. Man.
No.
Let's just not put Wanda in it.
Let's just not. I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna mean, but it's a week until Avatar, which means theoretically a week until the trailer.
They're gonna bring Doom back because Thanos is back
Yeah.
because it's a sequel to Endgame. So
It's just the end game scene is Iron Man, he snaps, he dies. A variant comes in, sees the gold mask, goes, nah, silver, puts it on, Doom.
Dun, 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 dun.
He looks in the camera and says, "Same mask, same task."
More of a Tin Man than an Iron Man.
What else we got?
All right. In fact, how about we do this? I'm going to read these by user. So let's continue with Steven.
All right, Steven.
And
Really,
and then
really hack the system here.
and then we'll do all the Demanis and all the Dan
Clever,
V's and all
clever.
that stuff.
That's clever, man.
Yeah. Clever man. Watch that trailer. Stefan goes on to say, loved the Supergirl and Boys trailer. How was Kill Bill the whole bloody affair?
Already reviewed it. Sorry, I should have read that.
For me, cinema at its best. I rewatched Kill Bill Volume 1 Monday and didn't hit the same for me after the whole bloody affair.
We literally said all those things.
Honestly, it was my favorite movie theater experience I've had all year. It reminded me of my love for the movies. It really, really reminded me of that. Like just getting my popcorn. And like it's because I've been on a diet I was on that diet all year.
Yeah.
I checked my points on my AMC app. I had like $100 worth because I just never fucking bought concessions.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was like, whoa, I got so much money here for because all year I just didn't buy concessions. So I just kind of went hog wild on like a bunch of popcorn and nachos and shit. And I was like, this is the best. It's fun because I didn't go on 70 millimeter. I wanted the recline seats because it was right. You got
I saw the
Universal.
same. Yeah.
I wanted recline seats of how long we were going to be there, and I was like, this is just the.
I had such a good
fucking
time too.
Yeah,
And the audience was great because they're like cinephiles.
Respectful.
Yeah, no one took a phone out the entire fucking movie. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I had a good time.
Who's next?
Hell yeah. All right, here we go. We're out to Dan V 900. Gonna run through all the Dan V's. I liked the Supergirl trailer, but I didn't love it. The trailer doesn't sell me. Doesn't sell how it's true grit in space and
on the
it's
same
somber.
page. We're on the same page.
The song felt too upbeat and makes you think of Guardians of the Galaxy, where I
Yes.
hope tonally it's closer to the comic. Would have preferred a score over a song.
Me too. I wish there was there's a certain sound to space music that you get in like the Watchmen space scenes or Interstellar. I kind of wanted something that felt cosmic. Like that's the biggest problem with that. It doesn't feel cosmic.
I'm curious if the first trailer does that, like it pivots, but
Yeah.
I'm really curious like what their marketing is going to be.
Even Guardians 3 felt more cosmic in its first trailer.
Guardians 3 definitely had like ominous tones.
Yeah, we needed that. Oh goddamn. But damn, when you slow it down with
Oh, the visuals.
when
though,
you
we
slow it down without hearing it, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It is funny the different experience we had. Slow-mo, silent.
just looking. But yeah.
Which is the closer to probably the movie, right? Like
Yeah.
a marketing is going to throw a poppy song on it.
What next we got?
All right, Dan V goes on to say number 2, Terminator questions. Sorry, let me make sure that's on screen. All right. First, have you heard of the Terminator 2D No Fate game out tomorrow?
No.
Looks awesome as a side scroller where you play through T2 as Sarah, Future John, and the T800. There's alternate levels and endings like Sarah killing Dyson leading to her in 2029.
Oh, that's fun. Second, can I just read this, John?
Yeah, go for it.
Thanks, buddy. What would you do for that next Terminator film? I'd go back to basics with a low, mid-budget horror film like the first. Don't think I'd include John since I like the different settings in Terminator 0 and current comic with the Terminator after others. I think I would just remake it.
From the jump?
Just remake Terminator. Yep. Call it Genesis with an I.
Bold.
Get someone who's just as good as who has just as much like intensity as Michael Biehn,
Ben Foster.
like a Jai Courtney.
Yeah, dude. He's perfect. So much pressure behind those eyes.
That's my John Connor.
He's not a lackadaisical Australian that should play Boomerang.
That game sounds cool. I think it'd be cool to actually have a monumental Terminator game. I don't know what I would do for another Terminator film other than wanting like a good commentary piece. But really, you know, Terminator, the commentary is a part of the DNA. When really, let's like Terminator is, I think, more. That's one of those movies that even if you don't care about the commentary, you will love the experience of just as an action movie and intensity. Whereas, like compared to The Matrix, which is similar in theme and story, you kind of need to get on board with the commentary to really enjoy what this film is.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So I think going back to basics in some way is a way to do it. I was going on a Terminator binge. We watched the Terminator movies.
Yeah.
Couldn't finish Genesis. I got halfway through Dark Fate. I was like, this is not good. And I even started the Sarah Connor Chronicles just to see what it was like, and I was like, oh, it's actually kind of a cool concept. Yeah, that was
People like that shit.
I was
People ride for Sarah Connor
surprised by
Chronicles.
like how quickly I got on board with Lena Headey, and whoever plays John Connor is way better than everyone else who played John Connor after Edward Furlong.
I'd be curious if Terminator 3, if they went right off T2, if it would feel kind of like Running Man, where it was like, it's kind of just the present. Like, I don't know if you could make an AI commentary Skynet thing now.
Yeah.
Just like with the Running Man, I was like, that's just today. Doesn't feel like a commentary. It feels like a documentary.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Terminator would work because by the time it came out, like between now and 2028, I think we're already like cooked. So I don't know if we can make a movie fast enough to get ahead of the thing that is Skynet. Do you know what I mean? Like we've got
fair.
robots walking around West Hollywood.
That's fair. I don't know. We could just enter a prompt and find out what we could do.
Yeah. Let us know, AI.
ChatGPT, what should the new Terminator be?
It's a movie that's saying that the Terminators are the heroes.
Skynet, right? Skynet.
All right. Let's jump into some of Damani's thoughts on here. Got a whole rack of Damani's.
Rackadamani.
I got this. Okay, John, just read it all as one giant monologue.
Copy that. All right, let me get it. Just make sure it's visible on
Okay,
screen.
but
Here we go.
you have to read each one as a different impression
Oh no.
of someone. You choose the impressions.
Okay. Big Supergirl fan. Need to read Woman of Tomorrow, but seen all the animations. Read the comics and loved the CW show. The trailer didn't wow me, and I'm concerned it won't do well at box office wise, but excited. Truly, Millie is great.
Is that your Gerard Butler?
It's trying to be. It's not very
Okay.
good, though. It's not
No,
very
then
good.
that's great. I was able to tell who it was. What are you talking about?
As a
Black Freighter's own
queer-
Gerard Butler.
As a queer bi person of color, Supergirl appeals to me, but will it appeal to straight bros? No offense.
Patrick
when most
Bateman.
recent woman comic book movie shows don't do as well. See, now I'm falling into Bateman. Superman didn't do anything.
What were you doing?
I was trying to. I haven't listened to Nick Offerman talk in a while. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
I
it
can
in
hear
my-
that.
I don't have it
I
in my
thought-
random access.
Oh yeah.
Superman didn't do amazing, so I worry if this will not match Superman or does worse.
Actually, no, I hear it really well.
I want DC to do well.
Okay. Okay.
Superman-
Wait, we're not.
Oh,
done.
we're doing them all. So sorry.
Would you have Crypto go back to Superman in Man of Tomorrow if Kara isn't in it? Or both Kara and Crypto in Man of Tomorrow? I'm glad Supergirl looks different than Superman, but wish it didn't seem like Guardians, which I wasn't a fan of personally. Millie and Lobo look great,
Very
though.
much on the same page. You can see why these are our dedicated fans when they share similar opinions as us.
keep coming back.
And then it makes us think everyone has this opinion.
And then when people hate us, we're like, what the hell? People have agreed to this so much.
I love the CW Supergirl, even though she's less comics accurate and more like Clark. What are your thoughts on it? I loved the blue heat vision to show blue fire, how hot it is. Isn't Kara stronger than Cal in the comics? It varies based on versions, and most people just want to see the Terminators.
I remember that from the interviews. Christian Bale was trying to sell it and not tell people that it's a bad movie.
Yeah. This
Who
is
just
the
won't see
film I decided
I
to be in.
remember that.
Back in 2023, most people wanted full. Hold on, the fucking grid is fucking this up. All right. Most people wanted a reboot, a full reboot of DC instead of a soft one with what we have gotten here so far. It's working for me, but as a comics reader, it never bothered me. Going from Uncanny X-Men to New X-Men, as an example, is it working for you guys? Well, Grace Randolph, who you hate, I kid, has theorized for years the boys might end with Homelander losing his powers instead of dying.
All right, so we moved on. Okay, hold on. Let me shift pause. So we did all Supergirl.
was a lot.
All right, Supergirl. With all that context, you sound like you share the same mind as us. Pretty much you've echoed all of our same opinions, right? I don't really know how much more to add to what you just said there. Is there
Were there
something you wanted to add?
questions in there? I feel like there was a question after the second one that I wanted to at least acknowledge. Superman made a lot of money. Superman made $100 million plus in profit. So I feel like the depending on which corner of the internet you listen to, is the perception of Superman, but it did very well. And as far as Supergirl, I don't know box office, I don't know cost, I don't know those things, but that's what I wanted. That's what it was. I'm a mostly straight guy, and I like Supergirl a lot. Like, I don't think you need to be a bisexual anything, male, woman, other, to appreciate the character. Like, I don't know if that character is more of an appeal to a certain demographic as much as it's not usually written as a diverse character. I find that Supergirl, as long as she's written specifically, she's a great character. The problem becomes when you just write Supergirl as Girl Superman, which is this is very much not doing. So I think the problem that we've been having with media and adapting female characters is we aren't letting them be their own entities. Like, my big problem with the Marvels is there's 3 leads in that film that feel like they wrote one character and split them into 3 and let each do what their task was. Like, no one's multifaceted if they're all playing one thing as a unit. I don't think that works. Whereas this is a character. Like, she feels fully lived in and fleshed out. So I'm not worried about the straights.
I guess the bigger question is, if you're not a comic book fan, is this going to appeal to you? And I honestly think the answer is going to be no. I don't feel like unless you're already invested in this won't win people over. I don't think the trailer does that job. But maybe to the masculine point too. I mean, maybe that's why they threw Lobo in there. Honestly,
that's a really good point.
Maybe
it's
that's
a hyper masculine.
Maybe that's why they should get Krem the way Krem is in the comic.
Yeah,
Krem is very like fucking masculine, evil. You know.
That's a good point. Yeah, Lobo.
Yeah.
I mean, Momoa might bring. I mean, Aquaman made $1 billion.
I mean, Lobo is an iconic character,
right?
Even if you don't really know the character, you've seen him.
You know of Lobo.
Yeah,
he's cracked the zeitgeist, and he's never had a theatrical appearance.
I guess Supergirl might be stronger than. I love that Blue Heat vision to show Blue Fire. That's what he's talking about, but I don't know. I feel like they'll kind of be equal in strength. It would be kind of cool to see the different types of fighting style. I imagine she'd be a little bit of a better fighter than Supergirl.
Yeah, and she's also like a more adept at her powers, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it all depends on who's writing it.
And did you have an X-Men question? Is that what he asked?
Sorry, there was also a question in here about Crypto returning to Superman. I don't know what's happening to me.
John did too many
In
voices.
Man of Tomorrow.
John broke.
If Kara isn't in Man of Tomorrow, or do you think both of them will be in Man of Tomorrow?
I think Kara will be a Man of Tomorrow. I think, especially with Brainiac coming in.
Yeah, I agree. I think there'll definitely be elements of Kryptonian heritage that are informing Brainiac, and I think they'll need Kara for those elements. So I think she'll be in it.
I think it would suck if she's not in it.
Especially after we're probably going to fall in love with her.
yeah. I think it would be wise to keep her in it.
And it's not an Earthbound story, so it'd be a cool way to have her on Earth.
Yep, I agree.
Absolutely. All right. We got a couple more from Damani, sorry. The Grace Randolph question. Grace Randolph, who you hate, iKid, has theorized for years. The boys.
I want to clarify that.
They're trying to start drama. Grace Randolph has theorized for years that the boys might end with Homelander losing his powers instead of dying. Do you want that or prefer him dying? No Gen V people in the trailer worries me, especially Marie. She should be there. Damani goes on to say...
I would say, really quick to answer that, I prefer he dies instead of losing his powers. I don't want to... I think that's a cop-out.
I agree.
He should die.
Yeah, I want stakes, but I also want villains to last. But in that case, we need stakes.
He should die, or he should win. And our hero should die. I don't mind a cynical ending.
Here and there, yeah.
Because then you carry on Gen V, then you really raise the stakes. Homelander's going to carry on. But yeah, what's the next one?
It's also such a cynical comic, like maybe some cynicism.
I agree.
I don't know. I feel like if Homelander lost his powers, it would just lead to a lifetime of suffering, which is
Trevor
very
Slattery.
mean and appropriate.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
to make him a human.
You know, and then and he's got to live as the thing he despises the most.
That's fair.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
All right. Just wanted to get my flowers. Grace Randolph. Moving on, we got last one from Damani. Just got Kill Bill tickets for the AMC Lincoln Square here in New York City. Biggest IMAX in the world, 70 millimeter. We talked about this a couple streams ago. Trying to figure out which the biggest one was. Because of you guys' recommendation. Haven't seen it since I was a kid with my mom. One of my favorites of all time.
Gonna watch his 70 millimeter IMAX. Wow, I'm jealous of that, dude.
That's really rad.
I mean, the shitty part is for the length, I have become the person who has adjusted to, I want the recliner.
Yeah, when you said it, I was like, that is a really good note for a 5-hour movie. It's like 4.5. It's crazy.
But when it, I mean, just sitting though in an IMAX seat for that long.
But like 3 hours for one battle, I'm excited to do it. I think it's the 4th hour.
Yeah, I mean, the intermission does help,
Still.
but still,
Yeah.
I want the lounge experience.
Yeah, I want, when it's like one battle, I want 70 millimeter with the right frame. Like, I want that whole thing. But something like 2001, I'd recline my ass off. Like, it depends on the movie's tone.
Yeah.
See, I got to be a little uncomfortable for this stuff. The big recliners and stuff. If I'm there for like 4 hours, like that's gonna make me sleepy. I need the uncomfortable chair to keep me awake. Like,
It depends on my level of engage, because
I'm not here to lounge and fall asleep.
Fair.
All right, let's.
I
go
did
back.
get a coffee during Kill
It's
Bill.
true. You don't put up your, when we get those lounge seats, I don't see you put up your feet and stuff.
Not often. Sometimes
Yeah.
when it's a shorter movie, maybe. But yeah, when
man, you're right about it. I was like, why isn't he taking advantage?
Comfy boy.
I think it's distracting.
Sleepy.
It's weird. It is kind of distracting. Like now I'm in a different. I don't associate it with a movie theater the same way. You know.
I bring a blanket.
You're an eye pick boy. You just get
I bring my eye mask.
I bring mouth tape. I bring no strips.
I bring my CPAP machine.
People tell me what happened in the movie after. Yeah. I got a whole experience.
Yeah.
I watch a recap
Bring headphones.
Crazy.
during the movie. I watch a recap.
Where are the peanuts? We're not flying.
Best sleep I ever get.
That's crazy.
All right, let's go back down to the bottom and work our way back up to the top. We got Steven,
Thanks,
we got
Debbie.
Dan V. We got Jake H. Movies with a couple of contributions.
Hey, mother
here.
effer. Need to hear your name again.
Jake H. All right, let me make sure that you're on screen here because it's hard to do that. All right. So Jake starts by saying, Supergirl trailer looks awesome. Probably the most excited I've been for a superhero since the Batman. Love the show and so happy I got to catch it live finally.
Oh, us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jake. That's true. Supergirl's not a show. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jake goes on to say, would y'all be interested in reacting to the 1984 Supergirl movie before
Yes.
this new one comes out?
That is something I have considered us doing.
I've never seen it.
I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I hear it's really good.
I've heard it's
Yeah?
very good
I hear it's
and funny and
I
colorful,
hear
apparently.
it's the best installment of the Superman movies.
Oh,
from
man,
back
I'm
then.
so ready.
That's why they made so many.
Yeah. Supergirl 8 Quest for Not Peace is legendary.
That's how
I think it would be fun to do that though.
I've never even seen a trailer. I know nothing. That's great.
I've heard it's amazing.
And then the Roger Corman Fantastic Four after that. All right. After Jake, we have Tommy. Tommy 1017. Not just any Tommy. Part 1 and 2. Part 1. Would you guys like the DCU to, instead of doing a big build-up and lots of movies until we get Darkseid, the grid's fucking stuff up for me again. All right. Sorry. Until we get Darkseid, follow a similar path as the DC animated universe, where we get Darkseid early and the League has to get together to beat him. Part 2, we can then build up after the first Darkseid battle and go through solo arcs for certain characters, but knowing in the background that we're just waiting and building to his return.
I think Darkseid's too similar to Thanos and the Marvel stuff. I don't think we're going to do Darkseid at all.
No.
Or not at all, but not in the same way.
I think he's an inevitability, like Thanos.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see that. I haven't even thought. I don't even think about the main villain thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they want to structure it around a main villain. I think that we will have Darkseid, but not in the same format.
Because that's where we're at now with these movies. Is we're like, we just need to get back to good movies,
Right.
and we need to do something. Because the problem with superhero is exactly what's kind of implied in the title. It has to be a good guy versus a bad guy, and the good guy will win. So somehow it inevitably seems like it falls into a similar structure, no matter how different you do it a lot of the time. And we need to get to some type of different form of storytelling of it, because ultimately it's probably going to be the same thing here, right? You know, I like the ending of Woman of Tomorrow a lot because it's weird and different.
So different.
But if they don't do the narration method,
Then it won't work.
then it's just a typical fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can't do
Yeah.
that story.
Yeah, so we need to mix it up in some way. I think
I think we dance spoilers well, by
I
the way.
really think when Marvel, when everything really started going wrong, what I really think it was when it was when Kang lost in Quantumania.
Yeah, it wasn't Endgame. Everybody's like, oh, everything. No, people were still
No,
excited after Endgame.
It's not like
it was.
people say it peaked, but it's like, no, that's not why. It was because he lost in Quantumania.
Yeah.
Imagine the different trajectory it would have taken if Ant-Man lost, maybe Hope dies.
Killed Ant-Man.
Or kills Ant-Man. We're in a
Different
whole
story.
different territory right now.
And
Yeah.
I think Endgame was obviously the peak of the culmination, but it wasn't when Marvel peaked. Like,
Yeah.
I think they could have carried on.
Yeah. No, definitely. No way. And people fucking say that. I'm like,
And
you
No
guys
Way
forget
Home made
No
$1
Way Home
billion
came out
in
after.
like a 10
Everyone
days.
always forgets that, like, it peaked. I'm like, No Way Home, it's just as
Huge.
big, man.
And it didn't have 10-year lead up.
Yeah.
It had like a 20-year lead up, and it didn't. Yeah, a lot of different things.
All right, wow.
And WandaVision was a phenomenon when it first came out, and so was Loki season 1. Like, so people constantly say that. I'm like, no, there were massive things that came out
Revisionist
after.
history is crazy. The pandemic didn't
Yeah.
help. The strike didn't help, but everybody just lumps it in.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And what are you gonna do?
The internet, not full of sane.
All right. I think we're almost caught up on the Streamlabs. We got Wesley Marshall. Oh, we got Jaden Desrosier. We got Tommy in there. Let's go to Jaden. Jaden, thank you for chiming in. Hey,
Hey,
just want to say love the channel. Been watching the rejects since I was in middle school, grade 7.
oh, thanks, man.
I'm now 24 and engaged.
Wow.
Crazy to see how far the channel has come. Crazy to see how far you've come, Jaden. Keep it up, rejects. Love you
7th grade
all.
to engaged.
I lost my virginity in grade 7
Oh, they're gonna say on the channel.
to my first girlfriend.
Ah!
It was actually grade 5.
I see. Yeah.
I touched myself.
I touch myself. I want you to. Wesley Marshall. I'm also slightly hesitant, but not to chime in, and we appreciate that. With it feeling like Guardians, but agree with you folks that we'll see its full majesty later. Also, the cinematographer on this is also doing Clayface, so I'm very curious what that will look like.
Who's the cinematographer on this?
I remembered someone bitching. Who is it? Someone. Oh, their last work was crazy good. It's not gonna come to me. It's just like Matt, whatever his name
Rob
is.
Hardy.
You know, it's wild. Yeah, I
Ex
can't-
Machina.
What else
he's,
has he done?
He's
Yeah.
Alex Garland's guy.
The more did he do Civil War?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
The
Annihilation.
if bigger movies
Look at his hair.
embraced unique cinematography, that would change
Everything.
so fucking much.
Look at Greg Fraser. Like the way Dune looks, the way the Batman looks.
No one thought the Batman could possibly. Everyone was kind of upset about the Batman.
We were transfixed. Remember when we watched it? We were both like, "This is so beautiful."
Do you remember when the Batman was announced? It was like, okay, we're not getting Ben Affleck. We just already had the Dark Knight. We're getting another Batman reboot. Then the trailer comes out and we're like, oh my god, this is everything I wanted.
Yeah.
You know?
Hire the DPs that are like this dude.
A DP can change. A proper cinematographer can change everything.
And back-to-back Clayface in this, that is exciting. I remember I looked him up and he was Alex Garland's guy, and I got excited. That's what it was.
You know, in order for this to happen, we got to start shooting things actually in camera a little bit.
No, shut up.
John, what are you talking about? You don't know anything.
Alrighty. I mean, they have digital cinematographers too. But anyway, Ronan Unchained.
Deacon shot Rango.
That's true.
Deacon shot the hell out of Rango.
He did. Look at the camera really quick, Coy. And move away from the mic. There we go. You're in focus again. All right, Ronan Unchained. What's up, muchachos?
That's not how he said it. He said, "What's up, muchachos?
Hey, what's up, ese? That Supergirl teaser is glorious. Millie is perfect as Kara. Just finished reading Woman of Tomorrow, man, last night.
John's
It's
good
a
at these.
beautiful book. Go read Rorschach comics. They should adapt it. Keep up the good work. And happy holidays.
Give it up for John.
You know,
Good cliche. Everybody.
Making me crave Taco Bell.
in a very problematic feat of casting, I once played a Hispanic character professionally for money. So, you know, some of that.
So did the guy who
Canon
plays
event.
Bill's father. He's the who's the guy who plays Bill's pimp father? He's also the cowboy.
Oh, Michael Parks.
Michael
Yeah.
Parks.
Oh,
A lot of-
yeah!
A lot of people don't know that, but it's Michael Parks.
Which is crazy that he's got two very
and,
different
and
roles.
no one's ever bitched about it. He's playing a full like
Mexican
guy.
cliche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lines are fine.
Did the makeup fucking did the makeup and the
Yeah.
whole voice.
Yeah.
Tarantino didn't bother to hire a
I
Mexican
forgot. I
guy.
read the credits and I was
He
like,
just fucking was like, I'm gonna get Michael Parks to fucking do this.
we killed him in the first one. We bring him back. Wow.
Is Michael Parks in any way Hispanic? I'm Googling this.
Oh man.
No.
No. It just says no.
He is a white American born actor. And
Wow.
everyone was like, fucking wow, that's cool, good job.
Do what you got to do.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
Dude. Yeah, we love to
Okay,
see
and
it.
then are we caught up? Did we do it? Did we
Ronan
do the job?
approves. Ronan approves. He allows.
Good
He
with
passes.
Ronan, we're
I
good
think we
with
got like
Ronan.
a super sticks,
Gotta-
and then we're good.
We've got a couple of things to wrap up the supers, and we'll be groovy Tuesday, and you guys can go
Aw.
to bed.
3
All
hours.
Hey man, we started what time? 11:40.
1:30. We're 11:30.
We're better than 11:37. Hey. 12. Yeah, that's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours, Greg. It's 3 hours, Greg.
I thought we'd beat it this time.
No, we did not. We did 2 stories. We did 2 stories. It's how long the show is.
No, we
just destined to be a 3-hour
We did 3.
experience.
Every episode is Lord of the Rings.
That's the goal.
It's always 3.
Hey, there are thriving communities of 4-hour podcasts.
Alex Smithy
Our
and
views-
Charles Flicks, thank you for being here every week and supporting us.
Our
That's
views
the good
also went up at 2 hours, so I get it. It's what the audience wants.
Look
It's
at
what they
this.
demand.
Look at this cute little guy. Look at Cheddar there. We got some hearts from Alan Smithy, and we got some blushy love from Charlie's Flicks Fix, who is holding it down in the chat, lusting after you lovely gents.
Thank
We
you.
love to see it.
I think they like seeing us break, Greg. I think they like seeing the atrophy.
Thank you guys so much.
We did it. 2 stories. 3 kinds.
I don't think we'll be here next Friday because I highly doubt they'll release the Doomsday trailer that day. I feel like they will release it sometime between Tuesday through Thursday.
So we'll do it live then?
I think it'll be Thursday
I think it'll be Thursday.
because I think they want it to play in the theaters first.
Comes out Thursday, though. Avatar.
Yeah, so they want it to play in the theaters first. Right? Let's see what time.
When would it come out then?
Let's go. I think the best way to do it is let's go to this. Is we'll figure out. Let's see if my theory stands clear. Let's go to Avatar.
Showtimes.
Let's go Avatar New York. Yeah, Showtime, because that would be the way to figure it out. Like in New York, because
But they're going to want to release it in the morning.
they usually go by East Coast. Yeah, it's true.
Like, they're not going to release a trailer at noon.
You don't know that.
All right.
It's not letting me go into my 50-mile radius. AMC theaters, New
3,000
York.
mile radius.
I can do this. Don't worry, guys. Everyone be quiet. I got this. I got this handle.
Dude.
Let's just go to the landmark. It's 3,109 miles away. Thursday. What time is your first showing of Avatar? Advanced tickets. Come on, let me just fucking
Just
see
tell us data.
it.
Just
See
give
it.
us
Jesus
data.
Christ. This is why people don't go to the theaters. It's too hard to find.
It's hard to find out a theater 3,000 miles away.
It's fucking hard to find a theater. Oh my god, it's not showing. What time is the first showing? Holy shit. Just tell me the time of the first showing. I'm
Greg
going
had to make sure we hit
Fandango.
3 hours. Greg was like, we're not
I'm
going to hit
going
3
to
hours. I'm going to make sure we hit 3
Fucking
hours.
Fandango right now.
He's on a dial-up. He's pulling up his Ask Jeeves. He's just typing. When is it, Jeeves?
This
What's
is
happening?
what we in show business call fluff.
And this is right here. We're killing the game. This is what John feels like every time we need something but pulled up quick.
That's
It's
right.
happening right
Yeah,
now.
is your
It's
heart
just-
beating
You
fast
feel the
enough?
pressure of what's happening right now?
Are your fine motor skills
We should all yell at Greg
impaired
positively
right
or
now?
negatively. Who knows?
All
Also
right.
do an accent.
3:30 3:30 p.m. is the first showing. Ah,
They're going to put it out, Greg.
it might be Friday.
Maybe.
I have plans with the missus. But we go
Doomsday's
live.
not a big trailer.
But we go live at like
No one's going to watch.
8 in the morning. What are we?
Yeah, what are your plans?
I can't be in Christmas with the missus because of Stranger Things. So we're
You
gonna
doing
go
it
do
early?
something.
You're not going to do it at like 10 a.m. Or maybe you will. It's Christmas.
Yeah, we were gonna go to Disneyland.
Oh, that's cute. Well, we'll probably, hopefully, have an idea of when the trailer comes out before the actual day.
Hopefully.
So maybe we'll be here.
Yeah. I could go to Disneyland later. They're
Guys,
they're-
that's the level of priority Greg has for you. He's missing Christmas and his made-up Christmas.
channel is important.
2 Christmases just negated by pop culture.
All
I'm
right,
not
guys.
doing Christmas till
You
January.
celebrated Christmas last year.
Yeah, you get
God.
one every year. I'm doing Christmas in January so I can be with you lovelies. We're here. We in it.
Thank you guys
January.
so much for being here.
Dying.
I'm gonna go grab a snack now. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, everyone. Thanks, Coy.
Love you
Thanks,
guys.
Sean.
We did it,
Thanks,
gang.
Alex. Thank all of you.
Very old
We'll see you some point next week.
Some point.
All right.
And the person who claps when the plan lands.
Yeah, we did it. We landed.